I thrive in chaos.
Me too, dog.
We're about to cry.
Mostly because we're streaming already.
Cry me a river.
We're streaming.
Cry me a river.
We're streaming right now. Are
Is
you
this
trying
the
to fill
episode?
in the Are you trying to fill in the gap?
The music gap.
The music
The
gap.
intro gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. You know what? I'll put it in post.
Look.
Let's just pretend we're hearing it right now.
Yeah.
Right? Usually we do the. Wait. Do the. Over to you. Back.
What? Wow.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Good times, man.
This is an episode.
Yeah.
So far it is a perfect episode.
I would agree.
Because nothing is different. Nothing is wrong.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a tad.
Not even the most minuscule amount you could measure.
And there's a part of me that's like, maybe we should just
keep it going.
let the audience question, like, what's different? Like, if they can't figure it out, then it's on them, you know?
Actually, there isn't anything different.
Yeah. It's actually exactly the same. This is how we do it every single week.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is...
That's not his gaslighting voice.
I was waiting for you to say that. Thank you for saying that. Where's my pencil?
It's probably up there.
Found it.
Big wood pencil.
Got it.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm over here, stuff. I forgot
Lol.
this camera follows me.
That's crazy. Well, I guess we're starting.
Yeah.
This is it. This is episode 12 of the Perfumed DK podcast, with your hosts, Michael and Daniel. And
Michael and Daniel.
Stephanie. Jimmy. Wait.
You got that mixed up. Stephanie. Jimmy.
Michael.
Try again.
Daniel.
Yep.
Steven.
Yeah. Unfortunately, can't make it. Mika.
I got it. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven can't be here, but he will be here in spirit. And I'm especially sad that he's not here for this episode because
He would have loved this one.
you would have loved this one.
Oh.
We are in Genesis 4. We're going to
Yeah,
be talking about some pretty interesting stuff. But before we do that, Daniel, that is a huge pencil.
It is.
And it's not going to fit behind your ear.
Well, hold on. Let me, let's see which ear is...
It looks like a huge cigar.
This ear is the biggest one. Okay, so I should be able to balance it.
This is my big ear.
Yeah, I mean, kids
Like-
made fun of me. There we go.
Like Nemo and his little fin.
No, like Dumbo.
Big fin. Dumbo.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So kids used to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Now look at me.
Yep. Making fun of you even more.
I can't hear him, though.
That's true.
No headphones.
No headphones.
Look, Ma, no headphones.
Look, Mom, no headphones.
You want to explain?
I can ride my podcast with no headphones.
You want to explain to the audience why we don't have any headphones right now?
Because we don't need headphones. We're too good for them.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Also, what headphones? We've never worn
We've
headphones.
never worn headphones. So, and we're
Once.
actually not explaining anything that's different this episode. As you can see, this episode is called Sevenfold.
Hey, smart.
Genesis 4, 19 through 24. That's where we're going to be going through
Yeah, dude.
in the perfumed section. But before we start, before we get into the nitty gritty,
How was your day?
how was your week?
Oof. I want you to go first.
You want me to go first? My day/week has been great.
Good.
It's been normal.
Good.
It's been, yeah, nothing crazy. However, my boss is insane. Excuse me, my supervisor is insane.
Do we want to broadcast that?
Because she
Oh, no.
told me that she wants me to be at the top.
Be above her.
Something like that. No, she just said that she wants me to go to the top. She wants me to be at the top.
And jump?
And yeah, absolutely. The top of the building.
That's kind of scary, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe you should quit.
My legs are currently broken. And I I actually can't work there anymore. Can't even get in the door.
Workers' comp.
I can't
actually.
drive there. They have to transport me. They have to pick me up like via Amazon. Ship me over.
Amazon.
Yeah, ship me back and forth. I have to ship myself. Sit in a box, in a wheelchair. It's really awkward too. The
Next
guy,
day delivery. Just rip it open.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Michael.
hey, I'm in an envelope somehow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, you're beat up.
Wow, that's wild. Worse than being a vegetable, being an envelope.
What?
Don't read into that. I don't know.
No.
You can't. There's no letter in it. Anyways, but yeah, she's talked to me about that, and she's like, you just understand a lot, and you're good at your job and all this different stuff. I'm like, wow, I really appreciate that, but I'm trying really hard to not be
Good at
seen.
my job. Oh.
I'm trying to be under the radar. I'm trying to just be a regular dude, just here to make a paycheck. But I'm really bad at that.
Yeah, you are. You kind of suck.
Because obviously them having me train somebody and then
To replace you?
No.
So they can fire you?
No. Yeah. I want you to be at the top of the list of people that's looking for a job.
Yeah.
No. Just to help us, but it's so funny. And I even told her that too. I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to not do that, but I know that I can't do that because I see things that need to change, and if I understand them and I know them, kind of have a responsibility to go after it. So, I mean, that was nice, but it was also like, crap. I'm failing horribly at my...
Because you just wanted to blend into the background.
Yeah. But I'm not capable of doing that. Whatever.
No, you're not. You're just too good.
Too good.
Too pretty.
Well, I don't know about that. That's true.
You stand out, and honestly, you should probably be using that as a model. Do the strut.
I should be a model.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
we could actually do this.
I could have been a model.
We could stand up.
We're not doing that.
Do the...
Oh my gosh. Nice. The pointing at the camera.
Actually,
That was good.
it probably switched over.
Yeah.
But hey, this is a standing podcast now.
Oh.
Check that out.
Yeah. I don't know if the camera's gonna look good with it.
I'm looking down on you all.
That's scary. You're like a giant now.
As it should be.
So how was your week?
I actually this whole setup is kind of nuts. What setup?
What?
Exactly. This my Mac in front of me is distracting me. Like it's doing this auto scene switching.
Yeah.
That's actually where Steven is. He's doing the scene switching for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
He is the AI.
He is the AI. We took his brain and upgraded him.
Put it in a jar.
He can actually see now.
We put it in a clear jar, but
Yeah.
we're not going to show it because legal reasons.
Right.
Yeah, we can't show
Because
people's brains. It's like
We're actually joking, and Steven's still alive.
yeah, in a jar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steven, if you can hear us,
Which he can. He can hear everybody.
you can. Yeah, we put an amplifier on him, kind of like Professor X.
Well, he is the internet now.
He is the internet.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't see before. Why does he need to see now?
No, he sees everything now.
Oh, he sees everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like found footage because he sees it through like cameras, like the government.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so he's on the live stream right now.
Oh.
Although he's not.
Thanks for listening,
Yeah.
Steven. Who
And
sees
watching.
the all-seeing eye.
Yeah. He's actually watching through this camera
and controlling
too,
our-
which
whoa.
for some reason is not working.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's not working.
Maybe. Oh, because he's in it. He's
Maybe.
controlling it via
Or
brain powers.
it's more like he doesn't want us to use his camera.
You know what's really
probably
weird?
it.
hearing us not in the headphones.
What do you mean? We've never worn headphones.
So how was your week?
It's been pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the ending was good.
Yeah.
So Thursday, I don't know what it is about Thursdays and me freaking out. 2 weeks ago, you and I and Steven. Yeah. So mean. You, me, and Steven went to Cane's for a midnight snack, and we sat there eating our Cane's, and just I absolutely was freaking out about, oh my gosh, it actually
About that
works.
pencil.
Yeah, man. I wasn't even trying. See how long it stays. And I was just freaking out the entire time.
Your ADHD brain cannot handle that pencil being there. That's the scene switcher might as well be in your face.
I can still see the scene switcher flashing, even though I lowered the laptop lid.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so I was freaking out that Thursday. I mean, you know everything that happened here. I can't be as flamboyant because the pencil is balancing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is weird. For audio listeners only, I'm balancing a big pencil.
Wood pencil.
Big,
It's a branch.
heavy branch pencil. It's like 6 inches long,
Yeah.
and it's balancing on my big ear, and I can't
Like
turn
Nemo.
my head at all
Yeah.
or be expressive in any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to do it through my voice,
Yeah.
which I've noticed in the editing, which I've done a lot of this week.
Yeah.
I don't actually express a lot through my voice.
You
So
don't.
maybe I'll try.
Oh.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
That'll be
a shot at a
interesting.
shot this week.
Shot-a-dee shot.
Probably not though.
No, please don't. It'd be really scary.
That's
Anyways,
just who I am.
a few Thursdays ago, freaking
Yeah,
out.
I was freaking out. It was actually about religious stuff.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember though. Can you help me out? I was on the ledge about something. I was probably just complaining about how God doesn't seem to listen or seem to come through,
Yeah.
which has been a pattern of mine for the past year.
Yeah.
But that happened on a Thursday. And
Yeah.
then this last Thursday, I told my boss that I can't handle the workload anymore. Like I'm wearing 7 hats on top of the giant pencil I'm balancing on my ear. And I just can't do it anymore. And I was kind of scared to send that message, honestly. I thought maybe this is the path to the end kind of thing. But honestly, he's like, let's jump on a one-on-one in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Dang it, man. I was doing so good too.
It likes you. It fell for you.
Ah, yeah, it did fell for me.
It did fell.
Yeah. Got it. And I'm just holding it like I'm gonna write for all the audio listeners.
Nice.
It's not even funny. Why am I saying? All right, I'm putting this pencil down. Okay.
One-on-one.
The one-on-one
Yeah.
was great.
Mm-hmm.
He basically took all the 7 hats and took 6 of them and put them in a box. And he said that, yeah, those hats are going to get lost. This analogy is falling apart. Yeah, those clients are going to escalate, but that's not your problem
Yeah.
anymore. And that's on my authority. And I was like,
Yeah.
thank God. And so, I don't know how to I mean, okay, I could describe the kind of stress that I've been under for the past 8 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
I clenched my teeth and grind my teeth for absolutely no reason. My shoulders carry a massive tension constantly. If I try to rest, I find that I'm clenching my fists to the point where my knuckles are turning white, and I don't mean to.
Subconscious.
At all. And even if I try not to,
Yeah.
I still end up doing it. And so it's kind of a scary amount of stress that I've been under.
That's crazy.
And that's probably why I'm running into these last few Thursdays. I've been freaking out.
Yeah.
What did we call it? The Thursday night thriller?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to be clear for the audience, I am not doubting God's existence or that he shows up for me at all. I just have emotional moments every now and then, and
Which
go
lasts,
down the what if.
How long do they last?
Well, last year it lasted months.
Yeah.
This last week, doing a lot better. It lasted like 5 days in total, and then like the peak was that night.
Yeah.
I mean, walked me off the ledge, or talked me off the ledge.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. Like, hey, buddy, let's go.
Yeah, we both fell off.
Yeah.
Yikes. Because your boss told you to.
Yeah.
She wanted you
and
to
I
be
do
at the
everything
top.
that anybody tells me to do.
Yep.
Yeah. I like jumping.
Yep.
Jumping to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was bad. Yeah. So
yeah, that was my week.
it's great.
The stress is finally-ish leaving.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take a long time to actually go away because I still have like a whole bunch of personal stress.
Yeah.
From trauma.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I'm sure no one can relate to that.
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
No one else, especially none of our listeners are human. So.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're all automatons.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're all AI.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, wow, look at that human.
Yeah. They're like the OG AI, the ones that were made out of watches, like watch parts.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said automatons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in that one movie.
Yeah. I
Book,
just
whatever.
cannot remember.
Nope.
For the life
Not
of
even
me.
a little bit.
Anyways, Steven, how was your week?
The accuracy of that.
Well, he's probably going
yikes.
to come on chat.
He's probably going to
eventually
hate
here.
us.
Yeah.
He's like, why do I ever do a podcast with these
Honestly,
jerks?
yeah. We should have just like not said Steven wasn't here. See how many people actually
Yeah.
could tell.
That's rude.
You just say that's rude?
Yeah.
I agree.
I did say that's rude.
Yeah, that's rude.
Maybe we shouldn't be rude.
Maybe I suck.
Probably do.
Maybe that's the point.
Maybe that is the point.
Maybe
we
that's a
should stop.
quote from episode 2.
Is that a quote from episode 2?
That is the quote from
Wow.
episode 2. I've been
You know what I love?
editing-
I love that we're going to be listening to the episodes and we're going to be dropping little bits and
Hints to
pieces of
ourselves.
the old episodes just because it's there. That's funny.
And no one's going to care. No one's going to notice except for me when I edit.
I don't
and
know.
you when you listen.
One of the podcasts that I listen to, it's like, they have all these inside jokes and people
really?
are latching onto them and they're like, this is kind of crazy that you guys
Did
are.
it fine.
Yeah. Wait. No. Oh, wait. Or was this yes?
Yeah, it was yes.
Oh, yes.
No.
No.
Wait, was it?
No?
No, it was out.
No.
It was up for yes,
we,
out for no.
We gotta watch that episode again. That's funny.
We just still don't know what's going on. Neither does anybody.
We're on drugs, but
We're on drugs.
we should probably get into our episode, though.
Do we have an episode?
We have an episode.
What is today's episode?
Today's episode is brought to you by
Amazon.
Amazon. Shipping your podcaster directly to his job.
Shipping your host straight to your doorstep.
Amen.
Amen. And a
Amen.
woman. Did you just say a woman? I hate you.
Great segue
Get out of my mind, dude.
into the podcast episode. Before we get into perfume, there's something that we need to do.
Pray?
Pray. You want to pray for us?
Sure.
Great. Let's do it.
I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah?
We should have a conversation offline
Okay.
because I'm thinking we should, we're going to have this conversation right now.
Okay.
I want to pray before we do the podcast,
Okay.
before we even go live.
Interesting.
Kind of like,
Well, we should anyways, yeah.
yeah.
But you're saying instead of praying on the podcast.
Also,
Oh, okay.
in addition to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never enough prayer.
Yeah.
Do you want to pray?
Absolutely. You don't want to pray?
Of course
I
I
asked you
want
to pray.
But do you want to pray more than I want to pray?
Look, do you want to pray or do you not want to pray?
I really want to pray, dog.
You want to pray? You pray. You pray. It is yours.
But I can tell you
I could
just
see
really
it. I could
want
see
to
it
pray.
in your eyes.
I can
that
tell you're so
have-
spiritual. All right, I'll pray.
Great.
All right. Dear God, please help Michael to be more spiritual so that he wants to pray, wants to talk to you. But yeah, thank you for this day. Thank you for the week that you gave us. And please help us to, when we're reading your word, to be able to take it seriously, to dig into it in a way that we see things that we've never seen before. Help us to look at your word with wonder and awe and curiosity. Please blow our minds today. And please help us to be good representatives of you. And if there's anything that we say that's out of pocket, would you just let people forget it? Even though it's the internet. So, God, you know the mission that we're on with this podcast. Would you search our hearts, me and Michael and Stephen when he's here. Search our hearts and help us be the host that we need to be for this audience that we're trying to reach. And please help our audience to be brought to wonder and curiosity and awe like we so often are on this podcast, God. We praise you, we love you, and we say all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. All right, well, we are in Genesis 4, starting in verse 19. And I will read this for us.
Cool.
And Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada, and the name of the other was Zillah. And Ada gave birth to Jabal. He was the father of those who live in tents and have livestock. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and pipe. As for Zillah, she also gave birth to Tubal-Cain, the forger of all implements of bronze and iron, and the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, give ear to my word, for I have killed a man for striking me, and a boy for wounding me. Oh. If Cain is avenged 7-fold, then Lamech 77-fold. I think that's where we stopped. Yeah.
Did you say verse 23 correctly? Because mine says, I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. Is that what yours says?
Mine says
the opposite.
For I have killed a man for striking me and a boy for wounding me.
Weird.
Yours could still be interpreted as a list of 2 different people, but
yeah,
that's crazy. But starting in, we talked a little bit about verse 19. I remember trying to focus on that specific sin of
2 wives.
2 wives, which is a sin because the Bible definitely talks about being the husband of 1 wife.
It does in the New Testament.
The New Testament, yeah.
It doesn't in the Old Testament, in as much as just like directly saying it.
Yeah.
But it does say it in Genesis, or rather, instead of say it, it does show it.
Yeah.
In Genesis.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, we see throughout the Bible the problem with having 2 wives.
Yeah.
and over and over and over again, and having concubines and whatever. It's like, yeah, these people are doing this, but also it's pretty clear it's not exactly the right idea. And, God didn't create Adam, Eve, and, some other woman for Adam to have in the garden.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just no. And then directly after that, after the creation of the woman, says that, man is to leave his father and mother to be bound to his wife. One wife.
Yeah.
Not wives. So.
Also, that'd be kind of weird. Well, I guess God could have made more than one Eve. But I was thinking, like, what if they started with Adam and Eve, and then Adam went and had relationships with his kids? That's weird. So just by design there...
We don't like that at all.
I don't like that
even
a little bit.
Yeah.
Just by design, that show and tell should have been enough.
Yeah.
Like, to be David or Solomon and, like, look back on Adam and think to yourself, would it be weird if Adam had both Eve and 600 of his daughters?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, but, it's interesting you say that, but that omission of, like, saying specifically how many wives you should have, or, like, kind of about sexual promiscuity, like... Some people would point to that and be like, oh, well, it doesn't say it explicitly, so, maybe they didn't think about that, or maybe whatever. And it's not that it's omitted because it's not okay, but because, they just didn't have that, or they didn't care, or whatever. And it's like, you just have to read a few more chapters. It's like, no, they knew. It existed. It happened.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know, though. I think maybe Leviticus and Deuteronomy talk about being like how does the New Testament call it? A one wife husband, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the idea of adultery is to have relations with someone that isn't your wife.
Or your husband. Yeah. But what if you are a polygamist? And both of your wives are agreed with it.
Yeah.
Or they've just been forced into it because that's how the culture runs. Like Jacob, Leah, and Rachel.
Yeah.
2 sisters? That's weird. Come on, dog.
No, thank you.
No.
Well, okay. To be fair, it wasn't necessarily his fault. But
it was. He worked another 7 years and married Rachel.
Yeah, because he wanted Rachel. He got duped.
Well, he got duped.
He said the dad said, "Hey, here's my other daughter. If you want the one that you actually want, work another 7."
But still, like, he got duped.
He should have stopped.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Well, you know what they say. The first time, shame on you, shame on me. Second time, shame on you.
Wait,
no. The first time, shame on you.
Way.
Second time, shame on me.
Yeah.
So no, I guess you're right.
And then the third time,
shame on you again.
No.
And the fourth time, shame on me.
What is it? I think there's an artist. He's got this rap song.
Yeah.
Where he's like, what does he say?
I have no idea.
F the peace sign.
Oh.
F the peace sign, something, and then I'm gonna like rain the bullets down on you or something.
Sounds like a good Christian song. Wow.
Yeah. It's good. It's good worship music.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Worship of self. Self.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's so fair. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. That exists.
Oh man. Okay, so back to it.
So Lamech had 2 wives.
2 wives.
We don't condone that.
Do we want to. Is this the first time more than one wife has shown up?
Yeah.
In the Bible.
This is the first time.
Entirely.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think that's actually the first time that's happened?
No, absolutely not.
No?
No.
If it were someone else, who do you think it would be?
Someone in the town that Cain started.
In the city.
Yeah,
Excuse
city,
you.
whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, all right, that is what I was thinking with David and Solomon. Like, they had a whole bunch of wives and everything, and girlfriends, concubines, basically girlfriends.
Oh, wow. That's...
Nowadays, girlfriends. If you're not a Christian, right?
Wow. That is...
Am I wrong?
You were very wrong.
How am I wrong? Explain it to me. I accept. I'm human.
Concubines are there for sexual gratification.
Okay.
Girlfriends are not there for sexual gratification.
Depends on who you are.
I mean, yeah, sure.
But I see what you mean. They're only there.
But the idea of a concubine is...
That's their entire purpose.
Yeah.
Which is
well,
nuts.
excuse me. The way I should say it is they're there for children. But...
Really?
Yes. Because...
What about all the queens?
Because of the importance of...
I'm so confused.
What time period are you thinking of?
David Solomon.
Having an heir is extremely important.
Yeah, and so you wouldn't have it with a concubine.
So but having an heir is more important. Like if the first woman that you marry doesn't give you an heir, or if that heir doesn't work out, you have to go and get another heir. The only way you're going to get another heir is hopefully through another woman.
Yeah, you're not going to get another heir just by holding your breath. I was waiting.
In my mouth, I hold an heir, and I will have more air somewhere else.
How do you fit an air in your mouth?
How do you I don't know.
That's disgusting,
Filt?
Michael.
Yikes.
What are you,
pagan?
What is it called when you eat? People's?
Cannonball?
Cannonball. You just say cannonball?
I did.
You are a cannonball.
On purpose. I am a cannonball. I came in like a cannonball.
I came in like a cannonball.
This is crazy.
Are we going to get copyright strike for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang it. I'm going to have to bleep that entire thing out.
Well, but no, it's very important to have an heir because you have to have someone that succeeds you.
Yeah, but not through a concubine.
Dude,
unless it was absolutely necessary. But
I mean,
like when you have, I forget how many wives Solomon had plus concubines, but it was something like 300 wives and like 600 concubines.
Yeah,
something like that. Something nasty.
I mean, maybe for royalty, it was definitely for sexual gratification.
Yeah,
but you know,
the same with the wives. Or was that more like a business
I
thing?
mean, if you have that many wives, you're definitely not just like, oh, I need an heir, or I need like, no, you're definitely like
if
just doing that.
If you're a king and you have wives, does that mean every single wife is a queen?
Technically, yeah.
How would that work, though? I don't think
wouldn't.
That's the thing.
It'd be awful.
Yeah. See, so we're
see
how confusing this is. We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah. But the thing about the king is that the king has all the power. Women didn't really have a place in society, so even if she was a queen, she was more just there. And I think
I guess it depends.
I think that back then is like, unless the king really wanted them to have power, he would give it to them and declare them whatever, but head over something. But if you have 300 of them, you're probably not doing that.
No.
You're probably just...
Imagine if Solomon gave 300 of his wives, like...
They would kill each other.
Yeah.
They would have wars against each other.
And then each other.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
another
just
thing.
have to piss off one wife and you're screwed.
No, thank you.
I would just wake up and like...
Where would he keep them all?
What would it be, like 60 of them would like wake up pissed off at me because I did something bad in their dream, you know?
But again, you know, back then they wouldn't really raise a hand against men all that
unless
often.
you gave them power.
Unless you gave them power. Yeah.
You think the men were unhinged because they're men? No, they were unhinged because they had power. But I brought that whole thing up because
Yes.
Kingship is not even an Israel, like, God kingdom idea. God wanted to have the prophets in place until Israel was like, we want to be like everybody else. Come on. And then God was like, okay, we'll give you a king.
Yeah.
And what
look how
kings
terrible that
did,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what kings did was all of that.
Yeah.
Having tons of wives and having concubines.
Yeah.
So maybe that's when God's people actually like started picking up what Cain's people started doing.
Maybe.
With lame ol' Lamech.
Lame Lamech.
Yep.
And his 2 wives.
And his 2
Ada and Zillah.
ugly wives. Sorry, no. They were probably fine.
I don't know.
Lamech. I can't even believe he got 2 wives.
Yeah.
With that statement?
We don't know a whole lot about Lamech, but...
All I know is he seems like...
I mean, here's the thing. Lamech might have been a hard worker.
Yeah, but
Because
he's also
if you
like
look-
trigger happy. Like he's gonna snap at like the slightest thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, maybe he was drunk. He's
when
probably
he
drunk.
said this?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe he was like actually like a wuss, and he's like trying to build himself up to his wives. Because it did say like Lamech said to his wives.
He did.
If he really was a baller, he'd
And
say
he's
it on
like,
the chorus.
Ada and Zillah, hey, I want you to know this.
Yep.
Yeah. But here's the thing. That's interesting
Yeah.
about Lamech.
We'll stop.
He produced some pretty interesting errors.
Like
Breathing,
errors?
like CO2.
Like problems? Like issues?
Errors?
Do we need to troubleshoot?
I mean, if you think about it, when you have children, a lot of errors
When
come
you
up.
see trouble, do you shoot? Especially when they're your heirs.
Should you shoot trouble?
If they're your heirs.
What if trouble is a person?
Yes.
Or maybe you're supposed to be troubling shoot. Maybe shoot is a person and you're troubling them.
I see.
Just like
Yep.
attention,
Mm-hmm.
you got to pay them.
Yep. Yeah.
Attention needs to be paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
so pay them. Pay attention.
it doesn't really extend credit.
There is no credit.
No
There's
credit.
no line of credit with attention. You ain't.
Nope.
You're not gaining anything. Oh my gosh.
All right, moving on.
The first son,
Jabal.
who is a son of Ada,
Yep.
she gave birth to Jabal. He was the father of those who live in tents and have livestock.
Tight.
Now, first off, the father of those who live in tents and have livestock. What does that even mean? Like when you father something, you like
Did he
came up with it.
Did he sleep with a tent and have baby tents?
Little tent, tent, do 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 do. Little tent, do 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 do.
Little livestock. Ooh, gross. Gross.
No, no, thank you. No, but he's the father of those who live in
Livestock
tents.
And tents.
How do you? So, like, I'm assuming that he came up with the whole tent thing, and having livestock. So, which begs
Like
the question.
Founder.
Yeah. Well, but like then I think back to Abel.
Yeah.
And he
was a
was. No, Abel was. He dealt with the sheep.
Oh right, Cain was a farmer.
Yeah, Cain was a farmer.
Yeah.
And Abel
Was
was
a shepherd.
a
Right?
shepherd. Was he?
Yeah.
Um.
So do you think these people are actually the father of, or is this like exaggeration? like
Oh, he was
arrogance.
a keeper of flocks. Say that again.
You think this is like them, like giving themselves like titles, like I founded dirt.
I don't think so, because I don't think Moses would
Write
be
it down.
like, hey, especially being inspired by the Holy Spirit, it's
Yeah.
like, here, let me put a lie in here of
No, it wouldn't be a
two
lie.
guys.
It would be misleading though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I see your point.
which is a lie.
No, it's a deception.
Which is lying.
It's a deception.
Deception implies lying.
Deception doesn't have to be a lie. It just needs to lead the person to believe what is not true. You don't have to lie.
To believe a lie.
Yeah, but you're not technically lying.
It involves
You're not stating
lying.
you're not stating a false
It's lying by omission.
fact. Yeah, it
Yeah,
can be that.
which
It
is
could
still
also
lying.
be lying by misleading.
Which is omission.
Still a form of lying, but we don't call it lying. We call it
Okay.
omission.
Yeah.
We call it deception, and we call it.
So either way, something
misrepresenting.
like that would not be in the Bible,
Yeah.
because that would be sinful.
So these guys aren't exaggerating. So what's the difference between being a father of livestock and being the keeper of sheep? Is that what it said?
I think livestock is a wider grouping of people.
Oh, like
or grouping
cattle.
of yeah.
So like cows, bulls,
pigs.
pigs, for sure pigs.
Not pig. Oh, wait,
Because
no, we don't
they're
have
Cain's
Levitical
people.
law yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a bunch of different animals. And maybe what this is also is like, maybe he also fathered the idea of like keeping them in pens or something, or like enclosed or something
He
like
created
that.
like a process.
Yeah. I think that would be it. Now, the crazy thing is how do you... Okay. Maybe he's kind of like me.
Mm-hmm.
In that he's kind of like, let's do things really simply, and he's a very systematically minded, and he's just like, hey guys, I see you struggling with all these animals, but let's sit down, let's figure out how to do this without struggling so much. It's taking you guys 10 hours to deal with these animals.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can cut it down.
Cut it down to 2 hours.
Yeah. So maybe he's a smart man.
Yeah.
Jabal.
Baller.
Because he also, what was the other thing he did?
I think that's
Tents.
it. Oh, yeah.
Why tents? How do you, like,
It seems tense.
I feel like I guess we don't know anything about, I guess we don't know anything about, and this is in the past, so it's past tense. But I guess we don't know anything about
And
what their living situations back then. Like they didn't say anything. They said that there's a
the
city that
changed.
Cain found, but
He found it?
he founded it.
Where did it come from? Never
I don't know. Where did it come from?
He was just wandering and he
But where did it
happened
go?
upon- Ah.
Where did it come from?
Where did it go?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Ah. You think that was his nickname?
No.
Oh. Okay.
But they would have asked him, where did you come from?
Yeah.
And he had to keep moving. So, they're like, where did you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is true.
He probably lived in a tent.
Probably.
If his family stayed with him as he was traveling,
Yeah.
like he probably...
I mean, do you think they actually built things other than tents?
That's the thing. It's like, okay, well, so I brought up a good point just now. I know, I just climbed it myself. But because...
The father of this point.
Yeah. The other way. That's a... There we go.
No, that's not what I meant. You're the father, just like they're the father of tents and livestock, and you're the father of this point.
Yeah.
The point that you're...
Yeah.
Not the pencil point.
Not the pencil point.
Yeah.
Which isn't really a point. It's more...
It's kind of broken. Do you have a pencil sharpener?
Sure don't. No, thank you.
I just bit it for everybody who's listening.
Yummy.
It tastes good.
Does it?
No.
You would.
But
So, because Cain is traveling, and I mean, because the idea behind his curse is that he's just going to be a wanderer. So if his family is with him, they are going to need to like sleep
Pack
at
up.
some point. So
Yeah.
maybe they were just out in the open before, and one of his sons, or one of Lamech's sons, kind of knew about that whole situation and was like, hey, like, we don't have to do this. Let's
settle down.
throw down some tents.
Throw down.
That's the other thing, too, with livestock, because if they did have to move, they'd have to have a system of transporting all
pulling
their
the
animals.
fences
So
and-
maybe he came up with that, too.
First rancher.
Yeah.
My
Dude.
boy's a rancher. Giddy
Because,
up.
like, I think about...
He's sleeping under the stars with a pack.
But I think about like when they're out in the wilderness, Israel,
Yeah.
and they have all these animals moving with them
Yeah.
as they pick everything up, all their tents, everything, and move it along. So like all of that dates back to this guy, Jabal, who came
Was the
up with
first
this.
tent maker.
That's pretty important.
Oh, you know what? Tents. What did they need to be made?
Cloth.
Or what's more what's going to survive longer than cloth? What comes from livestock?
Wool?
I mean, maybe
Oh,
hides.
hides. Yes. Yeah.
Leather.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the father of leather.
Ooh.
Made leather tents. Because
Well, I
wool
think
tents.
I think it would have said that though, if he was the father of.
Is
of-
leather ever mentioned in the Bible?
Maybe
Let's write that down.
because it's more about tents. So I have a feeling it's more about like him taking the materials that he already has and utilizing them.
Well, usually when people are founding businesses and stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume these are businesses,
Sure.
they usually do vertical integration, right? So that's why I'm thinking these two businesses are linked somehow. So the livestock produce what is partly needed for the tents, and whatever else is not producible for the tents is purchased from other people, right? In their own little city economy, which is probably why they made a city,
Yeah.
to have an economy, so they could actually specialize. You know what? That's probably why the Bible's actually pointing this out. Because for the first time ever, there's a massive group of people in one spot
Yeah.
where people can actually specialize.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. The result of basically collaborating and having something like that.
It's like a giant team,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be a team player
Not
or
necessarily.
even think you're a team.
Yeah.
It's like you're just on the team by being in the city, obeying the laws.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting how specifically this one, how pivotal it is that this comes up, because this is such a huge part of everything. I mean, we hear so much about biblical figures picking up their stuff, living in tents, carrying their livestock
I mean,
with them.
Abraham,
Yeah.
the first one,
Yeah.
lives in tents.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Then-
mean, someone's got to become good at this.
He needs royalties. Like, how much would he be getting paid
Royalties.
right now? Like,
In perpetuity.
yeah. Bro's
Good thing
probably
he
the
wasn't a
richest
shark.
person on the planet. It's
What'd you
crazy.
say?
I said Bro's probably the richest person
Oh.
in history,
For sure.
based off of all that, because like we're
If
still
he-
using tents.
Yeah, if he had royalties in perpetuity, like if he was a shark.
Dude. So, hey, listeners,
Mm-hmm.
you should look that up. You should look up how much he would be making right now. You know? I know that you were
That's a
listening,
good question.
but I was more talking about the corgis.
Ah, yes, the
Yeah.
corgis.
All right.
I'm writing it down though.
For whatever reason they are. Hey, we got a message.
Hey, what's up,
Blind
Bandit?
Bandits 2714.
What's good, dog?
What's up, my dude?
Too bad you're not here.
Yeah. We're talking about your favorite topic. Something.
Anything?
Anything. your favorite topics. Anything.
Just, yeah, we
Yeah.
know you love to talk.
Yeah,
so.
we feel like you have insight.
Bruh.
Oh.
Rude.
Well, hey, look. Sorry. Listen.
For the audience, by the way, Blind Bandit, that's Steven.
That's Steven.
He's on our YouTube chat right now.
And he loves listening to us make blind jokes about him when we can't even see him right now.
Yeah. Hey, how does it feel? Not being able to see.
Dark.
No.
Fuzzy.
He probably dipped.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to listen to these fools.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow. There we go. Hey,
Says,
he's number
wow.
one. Look at that. Number one fan.
Yeah, because he's the only fan.
That's fair. Yikes. Anyways.
Not what I meant, dude.
Hey.
Oh
Hey.
Royalties? Question mark?
Question mark. Yeah. Someone should look
How
into that.
much?
Let us know. Because that'd be awesome
Yeah.
to know.
Should we just not look this up?
It'd
and,
be like-
wait for an
oh, yeah,
audience member
absolutely.
to actually
Yeah.
drop it in the reviews.
Yeah.
Drop it in reviews and we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah. In like an intro or something.
Yeah.
Be like, look, so and so pulled through.
Yeah. So give us anything above a 3-star review. Preferably a 5-star review. Unless it's out of 10. In which case 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Por favor.
Where do
Wherever
10 stars happen?
I hear there's a Chinese platform.
Oh. Great.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Comments.
Please. That'd be
Oh
awesome.
no, Steven's gonna do
Negative 3 stars?
That's messed up, dude.
That's not even possible.
He's gonna vibe code something, so it's possible.
Remember when they took down the thumbs down button?
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Stupid. It still exists.
Yeah.
You can still find it
Yeah.
in the background. If you go and inspect the page, it's still there. It's just hidden.
Dumb. Anyways, back to our text.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
That guy's super important. What?
Yeah. So answer these questions. So is leather mentioned in the Bible ever? That's one. Drop that in a review.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a shout out. And then royalties. How much would Jabal have in his bank account
Yeah.
at this point?
I'm gonna guess quintillions.
No, this is good. This is a loaded question.
Yeah.
Because number one,
How much were
interest
tents
or
going
no
for back then?
interest?
Oh.
Are we talking actually he's making money, or he's gathering the resources that people trade for it? And then what's the cost of storing all that?
Oh, that brings
until
up a
there's
good
actually
question.
a monetary system.
Well, is there
Can
even
he-
money back then?
Probably not.
When does money come into the picture?
Well, maybe in a city.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just a barter system.
That's probably why they use gold, honestly. It's probably, going back to the first city, gold is, it was all over the garden.
Yeah.
It's shiny. It doesn't really wear out. So
Gold was in the garden.
it was all over the place. In the
Gold.
Garden of Eden? Garden of Eden. Full of gold. Yeah. You don't know this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you mean? We just read that part.
It doesn't say anything about gold.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I'm pretty certain it does. But anyways, you can dive deep into this question.
Yeah.
Royalties. How much?
Yeah.
Same with his brother, Jubal,
Jubal.
instead of Jubal.
Yeah, Jubal, and Tubal. Tubal dash Kane. You gotta say the dash part.
Ubald.
Ubal. Three ball,
but you balled.
quattro ball, basketball,
Yes.
football, soccer ball.
Stop avoiding the dome of the subject.
The dome. Gosh dang it.
The shiny.
The shiny round.
Yeah.
Nice. There's a
The-
podcast that I listen to, is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, and one of the players came up with this dumb character that lasted like 2 or 3 episodes because he died like right away, and he was just super dumb. He was like a subject to like some kind of king or whatever, and they would basically have him do work for shining rounds. And he'd be like, I want shiny rounds. And they just give him like little paper cutouts or whatever that's like painted with shiny stuff or whatever. And and he would accept it. And like even if they gave him gold, like he wouldn't even know what to do with it. So
It's so
it doesn't even matter, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can find the gold thing in the garden. But keep going.
Anyways, but Jubal, okay. Jubal and Tubal seem to be kind of in the same business in some sense. One seemed to be a forger of the iron and bronze that it would take to make the instruments.
Wait a minute. I must have misread something.
Okay.
Hold on. Because I wrote down Jubal is the father of the lyre and the pipe.
Yeah.
So he's... What am I missing here?
Tubal Cain is a forger for all bronze and iron instruments.
Oh, I just didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking there was like 2 guys. Tubal.
Maybe
But
Tubal is 2 people.
Maybe.
Maybe they just combined the 2 J's and made a T.
Probably not.
That wouldn't make any sense because there's 2 tails that are just missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, English.
English is awful.
English was not the first language.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
What do you think the first language was?
Maybe Hebrew. Probably not.
Who knows? I have no idea.
It's some kind of cuneiform.
Cuneiform. Is it cuneiform?
Cuneiform?
Cuneiform or cuneiform?
Thai cuneiform. Yeah, that's about how I felt about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea to know what kind of language they had back then, but Jubal, father of playing the lyre and pipe, have no idea what the pipe would be.
Is it a instrument? I'm thinking it's an instrument.
Well, yeah. Well, it says playing
But that's playing the lyre.
and pipe.
It says and the pipe?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking, well, maybe they are in the family of maniacs, so maybe it's like smoking pipe, you know?
Yeah, it could be. But I think based off of the context of what these other people are doing, it's probably a little more wholesome than that.
I'm searching for the gold right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so close.
This is great. I think the
content.
pipe is probably more like a flute type instrument, recorder kind of deal, where you blow into it, and the lyre.
Probably.
I mean, the lyre is a string instrument.
Yeah.
Made of wood.
You're a liar.
It's interesting. I wonder if Tubal Cain. So, it's interesting that they're the father of these things.
Yeah.
So I imagine that maybe Tubal Cain. What's up?
I found it.
Okay.
Genesis 2, verse 11. The last part. Havilah, where there is gold.
That's not in Eden.
A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first is the Pishon. It is the one that flowed around the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. Okay, maybe it's not the garden, but so I guess that lines up more because I was thinking if it was in the garden, how did they get the gold?
Yeah.
If it wasn't, easy.
Yeah.
So they just grabbed the gold and dipped.
Maybe.
Or
I mean, at
'cause,
this
like,
at this point, they have bronze and iron, and they're forging.
yeah, so why not gold?
Yeah.
It's just not useful for anything else besides needing to maintain what it represents.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I think it's funny. This has nothing to do with our biblical topic, but the fact that gold has value,
Yeah. Where do you think that came from?
and there's like a gold standard and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know, I guess it would be determined because it's nice and shiny, and they
Yeah.
thought it was rare and whatever.
Yes,
But
it is
like,
rare.
but like, and when you forge it and everything and make it into things, it's like, oh, cool,
It
gold
doesn't
bar
rust.
and whatever. Sure.
But what's funny about it?
It just, the value of things, like it becoming the standard at some point. It's like, why?
Because there has to be a standard. You know, there's like an actual kilogram weight.
Yeah.
Like, what's a kilogram besides like a hunk of metal that we decide is a kilogram?
Right. But like, measuring something makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But having something of value that is the standard for all value of things,
It's a measurement.
that's
The measurement of value.
that's weird.
Represented by a physical object.
But value
That can be measured in weight
yeah.
or in numerics.
But
So
if we
4
look
coins,
at things
2
now,
coins, or 2 ounces of gold,
hmm,
4 ounces of gold.
yeah. But like if we look at things now,
Mm-hmm.
currency can be
Anything.
algorithms.
Yeah.
Or
As long as it's secure, it's immutable.
yeah.
Fancy word.
But if we were to be in an apocalypse, we would go
Probably
directly.
go to gold.
Well, if we can find it or
Yeah.
get to it or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, no, because what we would be doing in smaller sections, the little groupings, is we would just be trading.
Bartering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens
that's
when
the
you have a
standard.
smaller group of people.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just interesting to me that we do that when I mean I understand it in the sense that like people can't agree unless there's a standard. And most value really is determined by nostalgia or by a need that has to be met.
Perceived
And-
value?
Hmm?
Perceived value. Not nostalgia. Yes, nostalgia, but under the umbrella of perceived value.
Sure.
Okay.
Or yeah, just something that they want. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. It's
Okay, yeah.
wanting
It's better.
nostalgia. I'm just listing the different
Sure.
types of things. So, and people won't necessarily agree, and then they'll feel swindled. It's like, oh, well, how valuable is this to you? Whatever. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. I understand why it's there. I'm all about setting a standard for something so that
Gold
people can
standard,
more
yeah.
easily agree.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting to have come to that point somewhere along the line.
I
And
mean, you
people
think
just
about-
agreed upon it.
You think about what it takes to uphold a currency. It takes someone who's violent, who can enforce the currency,
Mm-hmm.
enforce a standard,
Mm.
and something that's immutable that can be judged easily by anybody,
Hmm.
whether it's real or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so gold nearly perfectly fits that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they had a city, and these people were really violent. I mean, maybe Lamech enforced the treasury system. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. That's all it really takes. But I hear Joe Rogan talk about like why do people find gold innately valuable? Like why does everybody just like drawn to it?
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's the perfect like candidate for a currency, and that's it. And it's like that's taking the well, I mean, it's coming from a biblical perspective, but I'm trying to think about it from a evolutionary perspective, and I think it'd be the same answer. It's like there's nothing like innately fascinating about gold, except for that it's shiny, interesting color,
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's malleable when it's a metal, which is just rare. It doesn't rust. It's kind of heavy. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But it's also rare. So it's perfect for a currency system. What else would you use? If you've got a system of like livestock tents, lyres, pipes, like you've got bronze, you've got what was it? Bronze, iron. Was there anything else? Oh, it was instruments of bronze and iron. Do you think that was like playable instruments, or is this like instruments as in tools of bronze and iron? I'm thinking.
I just assumed that it was
instruments because we're talking about
like
lyres
music.
and pipes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But still, Bronze and Iron Age, right away, within the first couple hundred years of the world existing. Right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think, I mean, there's a part of me that's like, maybe this is like, I'm assuming that Lamech is kind of in the first city.
Yeah.
And him being in the first city, I'm assuming this is the first city because all it really says is that Cain went and started a city
called Enoch.
So I'm assuming this is the first city, and so these kids, they are living here and they father these things, and some of them they just needed a job or they needed something to do, and so Jubal, being the creative one, was like, oh, look, Tubal Cain made instruments out of bronze and iron, which, just first off, someone had to come up with instruments. So
someone had to come up with bronze and iron.
Yeah, there's that. But someone had to be like, oh, I can blow into some thing.
Yes, sir, you can.
And and it'll make this cool sound. And if I do it at different frequencies, or if the whole smaller or bigger, like someone did that within the first 100 years of the Earth being in existence.
That's crazy.
Then thought to do it with metal.
Yeah.
Like because
and also figured out metal.
Yeah.
Like
because they undoubtedly did it with like. Well, because you can do things with grass or whatever if you put it between your hands.
Sure, yeah.
And you can maybe they did. I would assume they did it with wood because we have a lyre. So.
Yeah. But like, how do you figure these things out besides nature showing you? Like, imagine being born.
Yeah.
In just the wilderness.
Yeah.
And like in the first couple, I don't know. Let's say we actually live hundreds of years. In the first few hundred years of your life, you figure out bronze, iron, instruments, tents, livestock, cities, currency, probably. These people must have been geniuses.
Yeah.
How do you figure that out in less than a few hundred years?
I don't know. Like
these are not Neanderthals.
I mean, we yeah. Oh yeah. Don't even get me started.
These people are Einsteins.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Well, and if we look at like the development of the world right now in the last 100, 200 years, like
blown up.
huge advancements.
Oh yeah.
And so the thing that keeps coming to mind is the presence of God.
Yep.
I know we see later in chapter 5, it brings up that with Seth, or no, maybe it was the end of chapter 4. I can't remember, but my phone's dead. But
here,
maybe the presence of God being there. I still wonder how involved he could have been, because, okay, at that time people began to call upon the name of the Lord. So yeah, it's the end of chapter 4. So people began to call upon the name of the Lord, but I wonder how often God was still communing with people.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it was entirely cold turkey. It wasn't cold turkey, because God talked to Cain.
Mm-hmm. Talked to Adam for sure. Yeah.
And he
Adam
revealed
and
himself several times, vocally or through an angel or whatever. So, there is some direct involvement going on. And I mean, talking about hundreds of years, like maybe he's there saying, giving them ideas and talking about just the different possibilities and whatever. And I mean, I've always thought
that
about this.
That is a good point.
Yeah. I've always thought about this too, but like, God is God.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone is close with him or someone is talking to him, like maybe they ask him questions about the future. It's like, hey God, you're the God of creation. You know the beginning and the end. You're the Alpha and the Omega.
He's like, first you're gonna want to create a crafting table.
Yeah.
For wood.
Put it in this shape.
Yeah.
Make sure to draw the lines for the squares. Dumb. But I mean, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility.
No.
Because God is whisking Enoch away, the other Enoch, and people communing with God, walking with God, seemingly somewhat literally.
Yeah.
And we don't know necessarily what that's like culturally, but I feel like it's more of a thing because of Adam and Eve, because of Cain, probably. Mm-hmm. He probably talked about it all the time, him being a wanderer and everything. And, Enoch, I'm sure people were like, whoa, where'd bro go? He's just gone.
He gone.
There's not even a body. He's just gone.
Well, I think no, that was Elijah, or I'm thinking Elisha.
Yeah.
Elijah saw Elisha go up to heaven.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one saw Enoch.
Yeah.
No, at least scripture doesn't say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, there is this weird sense of direct involvement that we have where God is
true.
Present.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Like he's very involved in his creation.
And I mean, we see within 100 years the creation of instruments.
Yeah. But also this is Cain's people.
Yeah.
Do you think God held it against those people?
Does he hold it against us now?
No. So do you think he was helping the city thrive?
I think it was more because God gives us specific gifts.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the Holy Spirit back then. So I think there is a sense of like maybe not coercing or like pushing them in a certain direction, but I don't know. I think it is possible that they at least know God exists.
Yeah.
They at least know that there is a being that, because Adam and Eve are still alive for several hundred years after this.
It's like 800-ish years.
And, everything is word of mouth, and anything big is absolutely going to travel.
Yeah.
So.
Like a dinosaur.
Yeah. Exactly like a dinosaur. Absolutely.
You think they did Message by Pterodactyl?
It's a living. No, I don't think
Why not,
they did.
dog? Come on.
Because I just don't. Anyways, yeah, it's crazy the possibilities with these people. Just the creation of an instrument is astounding.
Yeah.
I have no idea how you just happen upon that. And how you think, oh, this makes a sound, I'm going to make more sounds with it that are
I guess
completely
God
different.
made us as instruments.
Yeah,
Like we can sing
yeah,
out of the box.
yeah. Yeah, that's interesting too. Like maybe Jubal also could sing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I bet a lot of people could sing.
Yeah.
Like really well.
Yeah.
But
Because they're
how do
probably
you
doing
go
it all day long.
from
They're probably doing it all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you go from singing to creating a lyre, which is a stringed instrument? Well, you know what? Probably you just have tools that are meant for other things, like these keys.
Yeah.
They make a noise, and then you realize, oh, this, like, if I take this key and I bang it against this key, it makes a very specific noise.
Yeah.
And if the key's bigger, it makes a deeper noise. If
Yeah.
the key's smaller, it makes like a higher pitched, softer
Yeah,
noise.
and
you just go from there.
I imagine like we have tents and we have livestock, and I imagine that there's rope.
Yeah.
And if you, depending on what they're using,
You're pulling the rope.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I mean,
Maybe, yeah.
look, we're talking about men
Like,
here. They're probably messing
what
around,
if I like
having
make
you
this
know,
rope like smaller?
yeah,
It won't be as deep because
Yeah.
the key's the thing with the smaller key and the bigger key. I bet you it'd be, yeah. Maybe so. Maybe they're not geniuses.
yeah,
They're probably more genius than we are naturally because like how good their genetics are.
Here's
at this
another
point.
thing though. The lyre.
No
What
one
kind of
likes them.
strings does it have? Nice.
I don't know.
Because I would almost wonder if it's metal strings.
Ooh,
Because we have bronze and iron.
and iron, yeah. How do you make bronze? Is that possible to do bronze strings and iron strings? Like, okay, what you're saying is like this is top level manufacturing.
Yeah.
Like we're getting into fine.
Well,
what's the word?
but like
Metallurgy? Like this is like
the other-
We're not talking banging iron into shape.
Yeah.
Anymore.
But the other form, the other kind of strings, what are they made of?
Grass, animals.
How are you? Oh,
bark.
hair.
Hair.
Hair?
Oh, hair. Like the airport.
Sure.
Oh. Yep.
But could you couldn't get a good enough sound out of hair. The strings that we have now are like silicone or metal.
Yeah.
And I mean maybe out of certain types of hair.
Well, we also don't really know what kind of animals existed back then. Also, there could have been, like, if there was fire-breathing dinosaurs, which, where does Chinese lore come from? Fire-breathing dinosaurs. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to imagine.
There is speculation that the snake is actually
A dragon.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Listen to Haunted Cosmos podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking to Jacob about that.
Yeah.
He's like,
a
dude,
whole
have you listened
episode
to Haunted
dedicated to
Cosmos?
dragons.
I'm like, dude, you know how many times we've mentioned that on this podcast?
Dude, so good.
It's great. Yeah, I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the moon landing in this recent season.
I did, and I don't like their conclusions.
No?
Mm-mm. I love space, and I love the moon landing, and the fact that I haven't heard the episode, but Jacob says that they concluded that the moon landing's not real. Maybe they were joking.
He was not listening to the episode.
Okay. All right, cool.
There's no way.
Maybe I just don't like Jacob.
Maybe he didn't finish the episode or something.
Maybe. I gotta
Because at the
listen to it.
very end, they definitely are like, so here's the thing. it's totally real, and they get all into
God.
it, and they're like, blah, blah, blah.
Thank God. I hate it when people
Don't believe
deny.
that. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, okay. I'd rather you deny that we landed on the moon than say that the Earth is flat. Because one is possible.
sure.
The other one's, are you nuts? Are you crazy?
Yeah. I mean, and the thing that they said too is that there are things that could have been like faked in order to show that
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
had one up on Russia, but like
Yeah.
that's pretty much
I'm sure they had a plan in the bag
Yeah.
ready to fake it.
yeah.
Like, that's not far-fetched.
Yeah. But anyways, apart from that advancement,
Strings,
strings.
right? That's how we
Yeah.
got off on that?
Yeah. No
Oh,
idea what they would be. made.
Dinosaurs. Fire-breathing dinosaurs. Not a
Right.
far-fetched thing because we have fire-breathing bugs.
Yeah.
Nuts. Right, Steven? Steven in the comments, if you're listening still, can you confirm that we have fire-breathing bugs?
Fire
And also,
breathing.
do we have any... I guess I don't need to point it at that screen. I'm pointing here.
That's where the jar is.
The jar.
Yeah. Of Stephen.
Oh, that's where Steven's
brain
contained.
is.
Yeah. Steven, you wouldn't
Just can't see
understand.
him.
You need
Yeah.
to listen to the
You had
first
to listen to
part
the
of
very
the
beginning.
If you are listening, Steven, could you look up if there are any other fire-breathing anything?
Creatures?
Yeah, creatures of any kind. You know, it'd be weird. Fire-breathing water creatures. Fire-breathing
I was
fish.
literally thinking about that too. I'm like, are there
Wouldn't
any
that
like
be so strange? Like, what would be the point besides God's just like, you know, it'd be cool.
I mean, there's like lava things underneath the water, so maybe they adapted from that.
But why would they use fire? I mean, fire is meant to usually it's like a predatory thing.
You could boil.
It would be a lot.
boil.
Maybe you consume the water and your body
You
boils it.
kill
You know how much
creatures
energy
by
that would take?
boiling.
That'd be nuts.
Hey man, I don't know.
It'd be so much easier ways.
What
to
if it's a
kill
big
your-
fish?
Imagine if Jonah got swallowed by a fire-breathing fish.
He looks burnt. What happened to you,
He's
son?
dry. What happened?
You got spit out, and you're dry as the summer desert.
Yeah,
Summer desert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer desert. That's it. Could be a winter desert too.
Could be. It could be. You're right. Yeah. All those advancements are
Nuts.
insane.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of animals existed back then. Like, so many animals have gone extinct. Like,
Yeah.
whether you believe in evolution or young Earth,
Yeah.
I believe in young Earth,
Yeah.
6,000 to 10,000 years max. But if like the worldwide flood happened and tons of creatures died out, and then like not a lot actually survived after the flood, even though they were on the ark, whatever might have happened, whatever, right? Plus, they only brought kinds of animals. So there
Sure.
might have been like singing kinds of bears or something. I don't know. Like bears that stood on 2 feet and like played the banjo, like those kinds of bears, right?
Yeah.
But those kinds didn't make it on what is it called? Ark's Got Talent. There it is. So
There's an audition.
They didn't get the cut.
They didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, Simon the ostrich just wouldn't pass him. I don't know why Simon's an ostrich, but
Simon is
just,
an ostrich. Yep.
you know, really sticking his neck out there.
He did. Yep. He did not put his neck in the sand. His head in the sand.
So
But like there could have been animals that like sang like a stringed instrument would, and then they catch the animal, they cut it open, and they're like, what the heck are these? And there's like a guitar neck in
Yeah.
their neck. Like, it's not that far-fetched,
I mean, you know, it's
it'd be kind of
interesting.
weird,
Yeah.
but we've like invented so many things based on nature.
Yeah.
So many things. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry, I interrupted.
I was just thinking about how there's this another topic talked about on Haunted Cosmos is fairies.
Yeah, I did watch that one or listen to that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea that there are like nature spirits, And there's a part of me that's like, maybe, kind of in that same vein when we talked about how advancement, like technological advancement, could have been like far greater during this time. Like maybe this is just the very beginning, and as hundreds of years go by, it gets more and more crazy. But like maybe there were nature spirits and all that different stuff, and maybe those aren't considered animals, so they got destroyed in the flood.
Well, if they were spirits,
because think about it. Well, I mean, like in the sense that like there's a physical form that they have, because like the giants, and the Nephilim,
right?
Like they didn't make it.
Yeah,
they're not here.
They made it in the Bible for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder, because they're like men of renown, or they're like these mighty, powerful people,
evil warriors.
Yeah. And so I almost wonder, like, there's lore that we have, or some ideas that we have, possibly from an older time before the flood, of like, maybe there were hydras, maybe there were all these crazy monsters and nature spirits and whatever, and maybe the demons were walking around as like these crazy gods, and like I don't know.
I don't think that's far-fetched either.
No,
I mean, we see God walking around in the first few hundred years, like lots of evidence that God is literally at least talking to people.
Yeah.
But we also see Melchizedek last episode. Like we think Melchizedek is a Christophany, like Jesus, just chilling as the first priest.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. That's God in person.
Yeah. So why not like different types of
the
those
demons, and why not the angels?
Yeah. I mean, it just goes back to, it's not flesh and blood that we're dealing with. It's forces of darkness.
Yeah.
And so maybe, especially because it's a completely different time, and sin manifested in much different ways, because I would kind of imagine, like, because of the kind of lack of advancement in science, we don't know or understand so much. So the range of the type of disbelief is more tied to more like fantastical type things, or could be.
Type of disbelief?
Disbelief. Yeah. So right now we're more concerned with what does our science say? What does this test that we've done on this thing, like hard evidence kind of deal, rather than like a fantastical spiritual tie to how everything works. Or like, because we, again, attributing a certain type of creation, or a certain thing that was created by a god, or that's being controlled by a spirit or whatever, like, and that's mythology. But there's so much that we didn't know back then, and this time, like, it would be a lot easier to not understand, and all of a sudden here comes this weird nature spirit. It's like, okay, wow, that's really weird, but I also don't know anything.
Yeah, it's not weird because we don't know anything.
Yeah, that's fair. So maybe it was just natural. Maybe it was just normal for them. They're like,
it is what it is.
Nature
and
spirit,
I mean,
cool.
That's the argument that I had like a long time ago on this podcast. Like, what is natural that is not supernatural, and what is supernatural that is not natural?
Yeah.
It all comes from the same source.
Yeah.
Like, the only difference is perspective.
Yeah.
And so if your perspective back then was, oh God, he's chilling. Like, I saw him on the West Coast like last month. And demons, like, they usually show up like these like little flying bug things that are like sort of on fire. You want to avoid those.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the angels, like, they're kind of like glowing blue and everything. They're cool. They're cool. But also, usually there's demons around when they're there. So usually avoid them too.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's just like you said. I don't know. If there's an animal that has a guitar neck in his neck,
yeah,
and that's not far-fetched, maybe like demons and angels flying around like fairies aren't far-fetched either. If the Bible throws in Nephilim that are a crossbreed between fallen angels and humans, I feel like there's not a lot that could be far-fetched.
Yeah, honestly.
That's why it's, for me, very difficult to digest the Nephilim idea.
I think we're kind of already in the decay portion.
Yeah.
Because we...
Well, how long are we in?
We're like...
An hour 30?
Yeah.
We're actually ahead of schedule. Can we come back to the scriptures? Because we've been jumping all over the place with these questions.
Yeah. Well, we got into like advancement and talking about what the world could have been like and God being involved and just, I guess, the involvement of the spiritual and whatever else.
I mean, we are still in the perfume section. This is what this podcast is really about.
Yeah.
Unless you disagree. Like, this is, we look at the Bible and we try to dig deeper. We try to find that wonder, that awe.
Yeah.
We try to find that thing that no one actually usually thinks about, but is distantly related to it.
Yeah.
Like, you've said this before, where we're looking at one of the most dense summaries of reality, and we don't have to, but we get to extrapolate. We can extrapolate from a single sentence hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And millions and billions of things that happened. Obviously we can't extrapolate and Billy said this.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe what Jabal said back to him. Like, obviously you can't do that unless it's like word for word quoted in the Bible. Yeah. But we can extrapolate based on how this is written. And like, that's the point of the show, of like, this is not just words.
Yeah. This
is not just a book. This is a living document that's written in a way that you can expect to find more when you dig and you try to find the hidden meaning behind things, and you try to understand why something was said a certain way, why things weren't said, why things were said in a certain order. Like a whole bunch of different things that only Sherlock would think of, right? Yeah. And this is just a constant in the Bible. And that's kind of what the show is about, besides everything else that we've talked about in the past. But like, this is amazing, honestly. Right? Yeah. So everything that we've talked about, it seems like decay only because people don't read the Bible like this. Yeah. Usually. This is fun. This is interesting. It's exotic. It's out there. Like, a lot of it's speculation, sure. But like, we're digesting the word in a way that we are not going to forget this. Yeah. And we're becoming intimate with it. And who else knows these weird names? And that there's the father of instruments, bronze and iron, and tents and livestock, and their mom's name was Zilla and Ada. And their dad was a psycho. Like, who knows that kind of stuff? Yeah. Because people don't think it's interesting. And most of the time they're right. Because they haven't dug. Sure. But yeah, I say all that because you say we've already dug into, or we've already ended up in the decay.
Well, I'm saying that because we greatly deviated from.
We did.
But I'm
proving out that we're still.
No, I know
in the word.
But it's also where like.
It's where decay has led before. Yeah. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to talk more about it. And
oh, you want to?
Yeah. And there's.
Oh, well, let's table it.
And also, it's also the idea that there's not much else that we can say about instruments.
So spirits. What else did you want to talk about in the decay portion?
I was just gonna get into mythology.
Mythology. Writing it down with my giant pencil. Mythology. I can't spell. All right. Getting back to the scriptures, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just going to read where my eyes landed. Zillah also bore Tubal-Cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. Why is the sister mentioned? Is this the most worthless sentence in the entire Bible?
You know, I when I saw that, I'm like, maybe it almost feels like when Moses was writing this, maybe there was talk about, you know, because I mean, obviously, genealogies are a huge thing in the Bible.
Yeah.
And so maybe this was somewhat relevant in all the talk and all the stories that have been around, and you know, maybe the people that come from this line, they know who Naamah is, and you know what her offspring were like. And
what if it's like a pop culture reference? Like, oh, Naamah? Wait, she's the sister.
Oh, like maybe she's
guys?
like the singer.
Yeah.
And then there's like the instrument maker,
Yeah.
and then and so basically they're just a traveling band.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. They call themselves the Descendants of Cain.
Yeah. They're a metal band, actually.
Yeah. Ah, funny. Metal band. That's good.
Because metal's of the devil.
Yeah.
I love metal, by the way. For all those metal fans out there.
Yeah.
Christian metal. It's good stuff.
I've been to one metal concert.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Metal.
One metal Christian concert, I should say.
Oh.
Well, I was at a Christian music festival, so I guess kind of is a concert.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But kind of not, because you can just leave and go listen to more music. So a little bit different, but
Yeah. But yeah, this seems like a throwaway sentence.
Yeah.
But we know that nothing's throwaway in the Bible, right? Everything's there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Like we say that in our own lives.
Well,
like nothing happens on accident. Like nothing's random. I don't believe in coincidence. People say that constantly.
Mm-hmm.
We believe it as Christians. Why don't we believe it here for this sentence?
Yeah. Well, that brings up a good point. And I think we can actually like close up this portion by talking about this.
We're not going to get to...
We're absolutely not going to get to that.
Lamech?
No.
Holy cow, dude.
We've already been talking for an hour and a half.
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
I guess
we're not trying to hit it 4 hours every single time.
Hey, remember what you said before we started about, I don't know if we're actually going to talk that long
okay,
about.
but...
like, there's not much to talk about.
I said I have no idea.
No, you guessed that there wasn't much to talk about.
I have no idea.
You're not going to admit that
we've gotten an hour and a half out of it, so
yeah.
Yeah, again, but the next portion, we should not be talking about this on the podcast. This needs to be cut out.
Why?
But because the point of having the next portion in there is to just have it as a backup, because that section is an entire episode in and of itself.
It kind of is, yeah.
And so we can't just go and get into a whole nother episode.
But I'm excited, dude.
I get it. You want to keep reading, but like...
I'm also making fun of you because you said this was going to be an easy, like, quick thing.
I don't know.
But it wasn't.
It also has been. It's been quicker than usual.
Well, sure.
That's actually what I meant.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Right all the time.
Because normally we go 30 minutes intro, hour and a half
to 2 hour
to 2 hours talking about whatever it is in the Bible, and then we maybe throw in another hour for DK.
Mm-hmm. Or
and DK gets put on the back burner or
Jinx.
As the side thing.
Yeah.
Trying not to have that.
Kind of like this last sentence.
But here's the thing.
Tubal-Cain's sister.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
We've kind of touched on it, but I want to close this up because we're going to talk about this more, I know, at length.
Cool.
But why is this in here?
What part? This whole
The,
section.
the portion that we're reading, 19 through
Why is
20,
it in
22.
Genesis 4? Why is it in Genesis? Why is it in the Bible?
Yeah.
Lamech took 2 wives. The 2 wives in him had founders of tents, livestock, musical instruments of the strings, lyre, pipe, iron, bronze. First city. I don't know.
I mean, we have such a short amount of verses that are pointing to huge advancement
Yeah.
in people.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not pointing towards Neanderthals,
Yeah.
towards people that only hit things against rocks and whatever and get excited about fire. Like, these people are...
It's like offensive to say at this point after reading this.
Like, it's...
So maybe that's the point.
Well, I I brought up Israel and them traveling and having tents and traveling with their livestock. I think well, where does this kind of point to in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. Noah on the ark, it's not as though these things just disappeared. So there's this idea of God is setting up an idea of where kind of everything comes from, right?
Oh,
So
God's creation,
mm-hmm.
man's continuation of God's calling on man.
Yeah.
Creating from his creation.
Yes. So think of it in the same way that I've talked about the curses and how there's this trickle-down effect that keeps building up and becoming more and more severe, right? Resulting in a lot of death, resulting in, birth issues and depression and all this different stuff. That's this theme in it, and it's something that keeps going and going and going. And so we see the first city. Obviously, we have tons of cities all over the planet now.
Yeah.
It's like the basis of civilization. It is the basis of civilization. We have music and the impact that it makes. I mean, later in the Bible, we have David, who, he's basically famous in the church because he danced and he played music and
Really well.
Yeah. And we also have the Psalms. And we have this understanding, or and like in the New Testament, it says to what is it? Something about spiritual songs and all that different stuff. I can't think of that right now. But
hymns, spiritual songs.
Yeah, I can't remember what was the purpose of that.
I don't know.
Praise God or
Yeah.
Have our spirits lifted or something like that. I can't remember.
What a deep cut.
Yeah, but there's this. That's what it is. It's like this is the beginning, or this is around the beginning of these things. One also pointing to the capabilities of man within a few hundred years. But I think there's a tiny little nugget of, but look at this. So there's the 2 wives, right? And then they have these children who are the fathers of these advancements in technology that are going to carry throughout the rest of time. These things haven't gone away. And, they trained somebody, and those people that they trained somebody, and it just kept going and going and going and going and going. What are they bringing with them? My dad had 2 wives. And that's interesting because if you think about the advancement of, or if you think about, let's say Disney, for instance, or like Walmart, Target, whatever. Like if we Amazon, whatever companies, if we think about these companies, if we think about when they started, there's this idea that like when they started, oh, it was such a good idea, and it's like, oh, they're doing awesome things, they're doing good things, they're, trying to fill a need, blah 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 blah. Oh, but now they're supporting something bad, they're doing something bad, blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, but why on earth do we think that wasn't always there?
Yeah.
And why do we care about it now? We care about it now because it's on display.
Yep.
But what we know that the heart of man is sinful and desperately wicked, and that we don't even know it until we know it. And I'm so inclined to believe that, like, Jubal, and Tubal.
Tubal Cain. Yeah.
I can't say that without just making it with a straight face.
That's ridiculous.
Different times. But I'm so inclined to believe that, like, where they were nurtured carries into their nature, right? And it gets carried into everything that they do. And the sin entering the world is the reason for these types of things, right? And then we see later on, it's just a chapter away, like everything blows up, and then we have the sons of God, or the Nephilim, and we have Earth needing to be destroyed, right? And there's just it's hundreds of years.
Yep.
But it started, it seemed innocent. We're looking at these things and we're like, oh, this is so cool. Like the livestock thing, the tent thing, the music, the guy that can play, like, but they definitely taught people. And there's this sense of like, yeah, this is really cool, and yeah, this is because of who God is, because he's a creator God, and who he made us to be, in being made in his image. But we tainted everything with our sin. And I mean, these three, they probably didn't even mean to. They're just living their lives, right? They're just doing what God, the gifts that God gave them, but they're carrying this idea. Like, if your children, or if someone's children grow up with two moms or two dads, like, they're carrying that throughout the rest of their lives.
Yeah. It's like a burden.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because you're basically pointing out the fact that this is like a picture of what God wished, like what God intended in the garden, was for creation to be this way, but without the two wives, without the horribly arrogant, cursed God, Lamech father, without the great grandpa Cain, without the just the rampant sin that's just everywhere. And another thing so it's like this mix, it's this horrible blend of the good that could have been, and how inseparably mixed it is with the experience of sin.
Yeah. Well, like you said, with nothing is just spiritual or just physical. They go together. Yeah.
And another thing that popped out to me is, why is God using Cain's family and city as the example?
Yeah.
like what happened to Adam and Eve and their family,
Yeah.
and the family that like, and Seth, and like all those people that were quote the good guys,
Yeah.
right?
Why are we seeing their advancements,
Yeah.
their cities, their whatever?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's why I thought of it that way, because we're seeing the line of Cain and sin taking its course,
Mm-hmm.
feeding itself or weaving itself into everything.
The world itself.
Because we're not looking at Cain.
So that's what you're saying about Israel and Noah, and like so they've learned like how to make tents, how to keep livestock, how to like play instruments. The talent that David has of being good at the lyre and like the pipe and like all the music that he's really good at and into, like all of that comes from the most sinful family at the very beginning of time.
I mean, kind of. And, obviously there is a decay of that, of the effect that, the sin can have, because obviously, they're not proclaiming, oh, this is what my parents were like or whatever every time, but, you pour yourself into your work, no matter what it is. And, whatever it is that you believe, whatever it is that you think, whatever you feel, or whatever is going to shine through in that. And so, we're looking at the origin of these things, and what I'm mostly saying is that we shouldn't be looking at this and being like, okay, this is devoid of that sin. I don't think that's possible. I think that it's tied to it now, because like if we look at the ministry of anyone on earth, my mind just goes straight to Ravi Zacharias. If we look at his ministry, and then everything that came out about him afterwards, everything he did, everything that's tied to that organization, every single person, all of it is all tainted with this sin, no matter what. And it's going to be for the rest until, until after we forget his name, but the effect is still going to be there. There's still going to be this tiny little thread, and it's going to be carried throughout time. So again, it brings the question of why is this in here? With all of that in mind.
I thought you just answered. Now you're just throwing me on.
I did. But there's a more specific reason. And it's like the most obvious, if you will.
It's the setup for why we need God, why we need salvation.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay.
I guess more like
Practical?
no, more
It's pretty practical.
what's the word? More simple.
So what's the question again?
The question is why is this in here?
This whole mix of good and evil that is inseparable. Why is it in there? That's the question.
Well, mainly this section. Why is this in here?
I don't know. What do you see?
I mean, everything is pointing towards God's plan, right? And, I mean, it's kind of like, duh, we're reading the Bible. We're reading about everything that's leading up to right now and whatever. But we, again, get so caught up in everything else that's happening. I just talked about sin. I just talked about, we talked previously just about, the livestock and the tents and the instruments and, and what they could have possibly thought. And, we got into what the world could have been like and whatever. But everything has to point to God's ultimate plan, God's glory for our good, right? And so everything that gets allowed to happen, everything that's going on here, even this,
Yeah.
with your point of the physical and the spiritual, like it's inseparable. Like all of this is part of the plan, and there's that trickle effect that happens. There's all this stuff getting carried down, and we're not. That doesn't stop because we see something that's seems different or seems insignificant or whatever. For all we know, Nema is part of that. And I mean, she is. She's
Nema,
in the word of
the weird sister.
the sister that's just randomly mentioned in there. Like she is, because she is in the word of God.
Yeah.
She's there. She is part of this plan somewhere along the way. We just don't have that information right now. And we don't have all the information of how this all like takes effect and how it all plays a part in the whole thing. But what we do know is that God's plan was in motion from the very beginning when he created light. Right? And so
you don't have a specific reason why, besides everything that exists to glorify God.
Yeah.
And exists to exist for his purposes.
Yeah.
I thought you had like a really specific thing. Okay, that's why I couldn't think.
Oh, well.
think of something.
But I mean, it is. I guess it's general. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not good with words, but
Yeah, you are.
yeah. But I mean, everything has to come back to that.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I'm going to keep bringing it up every episode because it's like, well, because I just remember this, which is funny because I'm the one that's bringing it up. But like, I remembered it. We're sitting here talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, why is this in here? Like, this is really weird. Mm-hmm. But if we can see how it affects the rest of time, if we can see how it affects the rest of the Bible, like that means that God placed this here on purpose. The creation of instruments, tents, and livestock or whatever for his future plan is everything else. Where we're at right now.
I mean, you look at the rest of the Bible, and it's basically more complex versions of exactly what we're reading here.
Yeah.
Like the least complex sin story is Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Adam and Eve would be the least complex.
Yeah.
But like you get into the city, like these are complex sins. Like it's not that they're sinners by being the fathers of these new things or the new processes or whatever. It's that they're in a sinful situation. They're in a sinful city. They're in a, like God told Cain not to settle down. And what did he do? Settled down. Created a city. There's no evidence that he moved on from the city.
Yeah.
Nothing says that. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yeah, no, nothing says in verse 17 that Cain moved on at all. So it's like Sin City, and it's complicated because there's more people.
Yeah,
and it just gets more complicated from here.
Yeah, there's a growing sense of complexity, and I mean this is just the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Right. And one strand breaks out into a million others.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not hard to wonder why people get so lost now.
Oh my gosh.
With so many strands of whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
because everything is imbued with sun. Everything. So I just thought of gold.
okay.
Came back.
Yeah.
So you know how people think gold is just like there's something innate about gold and human nature. Like we just covet it.
Yeah.
Like we want it, and we just don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's aliens like built us to make gold. I don't know.
Those darn
look for
aliens.
freaking aliens. Come on, man. I don't know. Whatever the theory is, like for some reason, we love gold.
Yeah.
And my theory of we like gold because it's an immutable like currency. It's perfect as a currency. It's like that idea may have come from this first city. And because of that, 6,000, 10,000 years later, everybody just thinks this is a part of existence. This is just like everybody and their mom, everybody and their brother wants gold. And we don't know why. Like it's pretty, it's smushy, it's like it doesn't rust, but it's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like I mean, it conducts electricity, but we only knew that like maybe like 100, 200 years, maybe 300 years now. Like other than that, like it's kind of annoying. Like there's no other good purpose for it. Why do we like it so much? Why do we crave it so much? Why do we like kill people for it? Like where in the heck did that come from?
Yeah.
And it's the same for sin. And I think that's what this is showing. Is like it was simple. Don't eat from the tree.
Yeah.
You did. Now good and bad are going to become so intertwined that it seems inseparable and indistinguishable. Just like we have no idea why we love gold so much that we're willing to kill people over it.
Yeah.
Because all it is just a metal, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. Like there's no like real good uses for it. It's not strong. Like the only good use is like immutable value, right? That's it. Why are we sinful? It used to be simple, just like gold was just a immutable metal that would be a good use for currency.
Yeah.
And nothing else. Used to be simple. Now it's intertwined. It's like tent making. It's livestock. It's musical instruments. Like it used to be simple. And now we see that the ideas of all those things hundreds, thousands of years in the future in the most complex iterations. Because all of this is just iterating on God's creation, right? Iterating on sin, iterating on gold, iterating on tents, livestock, lyre, pipe, iron, bronze, etc. Iterating on multiple wives, iterating on cities, iterating on wandering, iterating on murder, iterating on curses. Literally, Lamech is like, I'm going to iterate, and I want 70 times the curse. Right? Like, guys, complete duns.
Yeah.
But this is showing how quickly it became too complex for anyone, any man, to ever separate it back into good and evil. And it was within a few hundred years.
Yeah.
Less than that, like with Abel and Cain. Yeah, Cain and Abel, Adam and Eve. Like, and then just from there, it becomes infinitely more complex. And the only hope that we have is that God would come and unravel the mess that we've created. This mess that's infinitely complex, totally. I'm gonna make up a word. Unravelable.
Fantastic.
Thank you. And the only way you could do that is by being born out of man, right?
Well, and
You can't have that
yeah,
sin nature. You can't. And there's something more to it.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
What I think about often, so gold has been worshipped.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that its value isn't somewhat closely tied to that, especially early on, because of how it shines and how it is like the sun, and people worship the sun because it's powerful. It's in the sky.
Which, like,
It-
imagine someone from year 100 being transported to the future, like 4 to 6,000 years in the future, and they're worshiping the sun in Egypt, and they're like, even I know that God created. Why are you worshiping a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they're not worshiping things.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't. At least not in this text, no.
Right.
But we see the golden calf later.
Yeah.
And its things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sin has become hyper complex.
Yeah. But I think about, like, God in the Old Testament, curses anyone who hangs upon a tree.
Yeah.
Right.
God curses anybody that hangs upon a tree.
I think it's in a prophecy.
I'm just saying that
somewhere.
because
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, God says, well, a prophet says, right?
Yeah.
Cursed is anyone who hangs upon a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's Isaiah, right?
I think so.
Okay.
But I think about how physical objects, because we think about the fruit, and how there is a power or an effect ascribed to it that is far beyond just it being a fruit.
Yeah.
And, I don't think that those effects go away necessarily.
The effects of the fruit.
Just the effects on something else, on anything. So, like, you don't stop being cursed if you are hanging on a tree. Granted, that's pointing to Jesus. But, if you go and try and recreate that.
Recreate the curse?
Recreate hanging on a tree to be like Jesus. There is something special there that, is a curse.
Like now?
Like, at all.
What do you mean? I'm lost.
I'm saying that there is an effect, that there could be an effect ascribed to items, to things, and when you use them, when you begin to treat them as higher than God, there is an effect placed on them. So if the fruit,
spiritual effect.
A spiritual effect. So if
Okay.
the fruit was still around,
Yeah.
Yet maybe it was just fruit. We don't know.
Yeah.
But it would still have a negative effect. It would still have some sort of spiritual effect on you. Possibly the same with gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea of, I think of Pirates of the Caribbean.
'Cause why not?
And the first movie, there's these gold coins. If you take one of the gold coins, you're cursed.
Mm-hmm.
You become undead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think gold could be kind of like that. Gold is the standard now because we worship it, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And, anybody that touches gold is just, they are kind of tempted towards that. Same thing with if you pick up a Ouija board and you think, oh, I'm going to use this thing, or if, and anything that's tied to sin is going to lead to sin. It's going to lead to something bad. It's not going to lead to something good because what's tied to it is bad. But same thing with the things of God, right? So we have his holy word. And we also see a taking back of these things that have been given a bad rap, if you will, right? Like the tabernacle is made of gold, entirely of gold, to hold, or to for the Spirit of God to dwell. That's a taking back of gold. If
The
if it's
tabernacle?
tainted, yeah,
Didn't your sister say that was the tent?
whatever,
The Ark of the Covenant.
sure,
Yeah. The temple
yeah,
was highly, like a huge portion of it was gold. Yeah. I get your point. Yeah.
but just I don't know. Those that's a thought that comes to mind, that if God sets a certain effect on something, I don't think that effect would go away necessarily.
I mean,
I almost think of it like artifacts in a sense,
Like in
oh, it's a special
Indiana
artifact.
Jones?
Yeah,
no, I can see that, because who is actually holding the entire earth together?
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Who
And-
gives
and-
us our daily breath?
yeah. Well, and there's also a sense of who is going after those things, the people that are going to be tempted towards that sin.
Yeah.
Why else would they seek it out and feel a need for it? You know, what does God? Because what does God lead us to?
Himself.
It leads us to Himself, and who else? People.
Yeah.
And if it is right, what does He do? He has us build things, build an altar to Him. He has us build the ark, the Ark of the Covenant. He has us do certain things for His purpose. Write letters. So there's this idea of like, okay, what are the things that God? And again, this ties heavily into, is God interacting with these people, or is God interacting with a lot of people at this time, or is He still fairly exclusive? Is He dealing with the people that actually want to deal with Him more?
I would say the latter.
And if which of those effects is taking place, and if it is fairly exclusive, I mean, God isn't probably talking to people that really don't want to talk to Him, but I think about Christians in America, like, they want to talk to Him, they want to have a relationship with Him, but they are in this weird limbo, like, oh, I'm okay just sitting in church. I don't know. Maybe there's some effect like that, but if it is really exclusive, when are they making things, and why? Because if they're not making it for God, if they're not making it for the purposes of God, what are they making it for?
Christians in America?
No. I'm talking
People in general.
I'm talking about in this time.
Oh, okay.
When things originated, why are they making it? To distract themselves, to
That's a good point.
have fun, to feel powerful,
Be
to
comfortable.
to be famous. What is it?
Yeah.
Because
And what's the point?
yeah, because it doesn't say that God said go and make this thing. God is very explicit when He wants you to do something. I don't know. It's weird. That's a weird concept, because then we have Paul,
Tent maker.
tent maker, dude. Why is he doing it?
Yeah.
for the glory of God. He's doing it to proclaim Christ, right?
To be less of a burden, specifically.
Well, to be less of a burden, but for the everything that he's doing is for the purposes of God.
He wasn't perfect, but yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Most
He
likely.
wasn't perfect, but in his letters, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's saying that all of these things should be for this, and so the tent making was for that, so that he can be useful for the purposes of God, because that's how God set things up for him, all the way back to Jabal. I just made that connection right now. That's absolutely wacky.
Hold on, say it one more time, because I think I missed it.
Jabal. Peter was a tent maker.
Yep.
Jabal was the
Paul.
father. Sorry, Paul was a tent maker.
Yep.
Jabal was the father of tents.
Oh, you just now made that connection?
I'm just now
Wow.
like
I made that
there's a
connection
through
like
line here.
a minute ago.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, that harkens back to the idea that everything is very complex now.
Yeah.
And then there's the idea of like, how do you, if going back in time and undoing things was possible, how would you do that? Well, you would need to have enough energy to undo every single decision.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Have enough energy and enough versions of you that think the exact same way.
Well, it's hard to explain. I was reading a book that discussed like how do you go back in time, and it's essentially the further you go back in time, the harder it is to go further.
Yeah.
Because there's more to undo. It takes more energy to undo all the things that have been done. I don't know. I'm probably explaining it horribly.
My camera
That would
just
be
turned red.
Huh?
My camera just turned red.
Your camera turned around?
My camera just turned red.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Wonder why. Let's find out. But, where's OBS? Sorry, guys. I mean, your camera's still up.
I'm still moving.
Here, I'll click it again. Is it good now?
Still red.
Weird. Yeah, I can see you. You're fine.
Huh, yeah. Oh, it's just not gonna follow me. Yep.
Weird. Let me power cycle it. We can cut this out. Still not following you?
Nope. Still red.
Even though I clicked normal tracking.
Weird. Should probably move on. There it is.
It's back?
Yep.
It's back, baby.
Boom.
Cool. All right, where was I?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, undoing time.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but the idea is it's infinitely harder the further you go back in time. But like you think about trying to keep up with a lie, it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
Like the further the longer you hold on to a lie, the more complex it gets. And so why not the same thing with sin?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that answers your question of like, why in the heck is this said that way?
Yeah.
Why is it even included in here?
Mm-hmm.
To highlight the complexity, to Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But to your point, do objects have and hold spiritual properties just innately? It's a weird question. I wasn't on board until you talked about Ouija boards, though.
Yeah.
Because I think objects like that are dangerous. Like, you don't want to get involved with the Ouija board. I don't want to get involved with the Ouija board because it's like the board itself, like what it's made of, is not necessarily bad.
Yeah.
But for some reason, spirits get involved with Ouija boards. And that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't think not that I don't think that God would be able to help me defeat those spirits. It's just, I don't want to
Invite that in.
I don't want to be in a bad neighborhood if I don't have to.
Yeah. Well, and it brings another point of, and again, Han Cosmos talks about this.
Yep.
But you know, we feel a presence, right? We can feel the presence of God. We know when he's here, when he's present, when he's like when you go to church sometimes, you're like, yeah.
But
the Spirit of God is here.
But technically he's always here.
Right. But you know, there's certain times or whatever, but like when it comes to certain places, you drive past and you're like, I don't feel good about this place.
Yes.
I don't want to go there. And then you hear things about it and you're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stuff that we can't really explain. And
we sound crazy if we try.
And I bring up church and I bring up like holy and good things because it's not just with the bad. We talk about the bad a lot when it comes to these types of feelings because
it's more obvious to us.
It's more obvious and we want to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's like the Bible. When you pick up the Bible, like
something about it.
There's something about it.
Mm-hmm.
There really is. And I mean, when non-believers are like, oh, if I touched the Bible, like I'd burn up or like my eyes would.
The idea of holy water.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, as a non-Christian, you walk into a church and you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Is that a spiritual feeling?
I would absolutely think so.
Yeah. Another idea that I just had is like flags.
Yeah.
It's just material, but it represents something.
Yeah.
Is that spiritual? Like the American flag, if it falls on the floor, you're supposed to burn it. That seems kind of nuts. If there's not, like, I know people argue it's not a spiritual thing, but it's a deeper meaning.
Well, I mean, people worship this country.
Yeah, nationalism.
Yeah,
people worship their countries.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's not spiritual, I don't know what is.
So I think what we're hearing is that everything is spiritual, but not everything is spiritually affecting you and me.
Yeah. Not everyone is necessarily affected by it, but, and you know, I say this all the time, knowledge is responsibility, right? So the reason we're not going to pick up a Ouija board and start messing with it is because we know. If you see a flag and it's on the floor and you don't know
about that rule,
you're going to put it back up.
Yeah.
And you know, there is a sense of ignorance that isn't necessarily like, you're not necessarily condemned because you're ignorant. When you find out about it, though, then you're like,
more condemned.
Crap.
Yeah. So ignorance is not a excuse to break the law.
No.
Never has been, never will be.
No.
It just makes you more guilty.
Yeah. And like a cop is still going to pull you over and be like, you did this wrong.
Yeah.
And, you know, you need to be told.
Yeah.
And you need to face whatever consequences, but there's leniency, right? It's somewhat the same with God. We're all sinners, so we all deserve hell. So like, that's not really off the table. That's not going anywhere. He's not lenient about that.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, you still sinned, but God isn't looking at you like. Actually, he's not looking at you any differently. But the church, the people shouldn't look at you any differently for doing X, Y, and Z. They should still tell you that you did something wrong. You still have consequences that you need to face. Is there cause for leniency? It depends on the situation. But like, if you're a constant offender of different types of sins, yeah, you're gonna get more than a slap on the wrist. But knowledge, knowing what something is about, knowing about a place, all these different things, unless I would say, unless you're going to this place and you're walking around it 7 times and praying over it and trying to bring down the walls of Jericho because you want the Spirit of God to dwell in this place, not evil, not the devil. What other reason do you have for approaching it? Apart from ignorance.
Approaching what?
Approaching like an evil place, a place that is evil. You don't have a reason apart from proclaiming God.
So this is really interesting. I think we could probably stop here. We just discussed the possibility that objects have innate spiritual I'm going to say capabilities, tendencies, properties, whatever. There's something innately spiritual about every single thing, like this pencil, like this water bottle, like this hat. This hat has more spiritual significance because it's actually got God's word on it, right? It says, from beginning to end, he is God, Psalms 90 verse 2. Good verse, good song. You and I have more spiritual significance because we have a spirit, we have a soul. But this is what I'm getting to. The idea of it's not fair that Adam sinned and now I go to hell. What if, just like objects can be imbued with a spiritual property, humans can also be imbued with a spiritual property. And it doesn't matter that as a baby I had technically not sinned. I had technically not I was not guilty of breaking any law that I knew of, but I was still a sinner spiritually by property.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not about fairness. It's about the laws of the universe. It's just about how things work. So,
do you have any idea what it is I'm trying to lead into?
No.
It's definitely not mythology anymore.
Okay.
It's a topic that I actually, funny enough, wrote down for this specific episode.
Yeah.
Science behind hard coding our brains.
Hard coding.
Yeah. Remember when we talked about what you have a specific name for
Epigenetics?
it? Epigenetics.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Hold on. We are 2.5 hours in. Do you want to go another hour?
I mean, you said we technically haven't done decay yet, so...
I said that?
Yeah.
Just now?
You said that when I tried to move on to DK.
That's
and you
fair.
said
Yeah,
you said we're
that's
oh
fair.
I want to
We
go
have
back
been
into this.
sort of like
So
hovering around the
here
word
we
this
are,
entire time.
an hour later.
Okay, let's talk about epigenetics.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
We just talked about it.
Do you want me to kick it off?
But who is so the through line is what you just said.
Yeah.
Because what you just said is that the way that the universe works, how genetics works in a sense, and how things can be imbued with spiritual properties. Well, and the thing that I've been saying about sin and how it gets passed down, not nature and nurture. Epigenetics, I think, is an incredible through line of why it makes sense that we are born with a sin nature.
Yeah. I think it makes more spiritual sense to think that we are imbued with spiritual properties.
Yeah.
And that things like flags and they have meanings, but that meaning is just a non-spiritual way of saying something has a spiritual attribute, a spiritual property. Because when the Bible talks about Adam's descendants, and then Jesus being the better Adam, it's talking about a representative of a company, a representative of a group of people. Adam represented all of mankind as the first human, and Jesus represented perfectly righteous mankind as the first God-man that dealt with all of the mess that was infinitely difficult to unwind, right? And so they're both spiritual fathers. They're both representatives, just like we have representatives in our government.
By the way, you just said spiritual fathers, and I instantly thought about our fathers of tense instrument playing and creating spiritual fathers.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So there's physical fathers and spiritual fathers.
Are they different?
Why are they different?
I said, are they different?
I would think so. Just like you can categorize different physical things.
Yeah.
But it's not a separate category. They're all categories of fathership. Right? But you've got the representative of all mankind without Jesus is Adam, and he sinned. And it's like if the president of I'm stealing this from someone, but if the president of the U.S. said that we're at war with a country, that means you and me as U.S. citizens are at war with that country.
Yeah.
We don't get a say in it.
Yeah.
It's not fair. We might have to fight in this war, and it's not fair. We might die in that war, and it's not fair. But because the president is the leader of the country, we now have that property imbued to us. That property of we're at war with this country, right? And we want to nowadays say that that's not a spiritual imbuement. Yeah. That's not a spiritual thing. That's just how the world works. And I'm saying, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's the exact same thing. Spiritual things are meaningful. They're invisible. Adam was the representative is the representative of most of mankind now, but was the original representative of all of mankind. He sinned, and therefore all of mankind was in the state of sin in the view of God. Just like a country can be in a state of war against another, right? Same exact thing. Just because say we get married and we have kids and the war's still raging, just because the kid that we have is born without knowing there's a war going on, doesn't mean that kid isn't going to grow up and fight in that war.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that that kid is not part of a war,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're just a kid. Same exact principle of being spiritually endowed with the worst endowment ever of sin,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have a sin property, and it doesn't matter if it's fair or not. It's just how the world works. And I feel like that actually makes more sense than saying that we inherit the spiritual traits of sinfulness via epigenetics, via our family through genetics.
Right. But the issue, we still haven't explained what epigenetics is, but
Well, I'm assuming that people know, yeah. Do you want to explain what it is?
I cannot explain
can
what
explain
it is. But before you do that, the point that I'm trying to make is God uses the physical to represent the spiritual.
Yeah.
Right? So again, and you keep saying this, but you cannot separate them. And so the idea behind epigenetics is that behavior creates something that gets passed down, creates a genetic hard coding to some degree. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can you remember what you're about to say?
No.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second while I write this down.
And that is a behavior that gets passed down. And behavior is a reflection of the heart, which means it's a reflection of the spiritual.
Yeah. It's the physical embodiment of the spiritual itself. Yeah.
So if you could explain epigenetics, that'd be great.
Yeah. So let me, because what you said sort of ties into what I was going to say.
Okay.
So just like the spirit can't be, like the spiritual can't be torn from the physical.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as like a different dimension. Just because we can't see that dimension doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What we see and what we experience does not define reality. Because we don't know about something
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Any scientist would say the same.
Yeah. Well, and
Right.
it's why speculation is important in a lot of ways, because otherwise, because I mean, speculation is based on curiosity that's been thought about and built on a little bit, and it's through curiosity that we discover more, right? And that we come to to hard facts eventually, hopefully, at some point, like discovering gravity.
By the way, how do you discover something that already exists?
How do you?
Or has always existed?
Yeah. Well,
How do you open your eyes to something like that?
how do you stand there, become the father of something that everybody has understood innately,
Yeah.
because we fall down.
I guess it's the same thing. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing as last week. Was it last week? No, I'm thinking of the show I'm editing right now.
Oh.
The idea that God created rest because he rested.
Yeah.
And he was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
And we just do it and we just experience it but we don't really think about it. And when we thought about it that way,
Yeah.
probably the same way that Newton thought about gravity. He was just being super meta, like just in awe of God's creation,
Dude.
right?
Yeah. The
And digesting it in a way that no one had yet.
yeah.
In a way that could be useful
Mm-hmm.
in a practical application.
Kind of
in a
that same
theoretical thought
Yeah.
kind of way.
kind of in that same thought when we were at community on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I brought up what God created on the first day, because one of my favorite
You did?
topics. Yeah.
Was that part of that?
No.
Okay.
You were talking to
Other people.
Yeah. But I brought it up, and one of the girls was like, yeah, but time has always existed.
No.
And but because things are happening, right?
Yeah.
So the way that I put it is that God created our sense of time,
Mm-hmm.
because our sense of time is based off of the sun and
Mm-hmm.
light and whatever. God's sense of time is very different. So he's outside of our time, but time was already a thing because things were happening, and like there were moments, right?
Yeah. That's a
And
good way to say it.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, no.
She said that to me, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like a dummy, because that would have been so fun to
Talk about?
get more into the weeds about time.
I mean,
when we
you
talked about it.
You think about relativity.
Mm-hmm.
Like when someone is going into a black hole, they slow down from your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
If like I just watched, I'm not gonna say the movie name,
Uh-oh.
but I just watched a sci-fi movie, and in it they fly to this other star system, and it takes 11.6 years for them to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But in Earth time, it was like 30 years, or maybe not 30 years, longer,
Yeah.
right? Oh no, I think it was like 3 years travel to the outside star system, 11 years in Earth time.
Mm.
So how is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, how is it possible that from our perspective, a day is a day, and to God, a day is 1,000 years?
Yeah.
I know that that's just poetry.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't take
Well-
that as literal. But
Yeah.
also, like you said, God had a sense of time before he created time for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
There was time, but God created more time.
Because
in our
technically,
perspective.
like, the way that time is for us now, and like the calendar, for instance,
Yeah.
totally like a cultural construct
Mm-hmm.
that we threw together
Mm-hmm.
because it made sense to us, and some of it could have been based off of biblical things, but kind of not. And then there's other calendars that are based off of other things, and the calendar thing hurts my brain. I don't enjoy that, but because in my mind I'm like, why couldn't we just have had one thing, and that's just how it is. But anyways,
Because you got to agree on a standard.
yeah. And
Like
thankfully
a day is
we
what
did.
you agree on.
Yeah.
And like months, like the time system is loosely based on natural events
Yeah.
that God created.
Yeah.
Like different natural heartbeats that God gave us to make measuring time easily something that we can standardize.
Yeah.
But yeah, that girl's got a good point. Maybe we should bring her on.
She's
Gone?
Gone.
Maybe next time.
But epigenetics.
Yes. Oh, well, I didn't even finish the spiritual and physical. So it's like different dimensions.
Okay.
We can't deny the fact that the spiritual could exist.
Yeah.
And that when we talk about something having meaning, that also could just be spiritual.
Yeah.
Like meaning could be spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions abstract ideas. Like, abstract thought is not physical. Like, theoretical's not physical.
Mm-hmm.
How is it a stretch to say spiritual is non-existent if we can think of things that aren't physical already? And who would say that the spiritual is any different than imbued meaning? The meaning that's on this hat.
Mm-hmm.
The meaning that I'm my father's son. The meaning that you and I are good friends. The meaning that we're both children of God and we're both saved. The meaning that that we get from Jesus dying on the cross for our sins, and us being represented by him now. Every sin that we commit now and back then and forever is now on his shoulders, whether we want to give it to him or not. Right? Oftentimes we want to take the responsibility for our own sins, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, there's all these spiritual meanings that we have, and we love to separate it into spiritual, non-spiritual, but it's all the same. And let me try to tie this into epigenetics. We'll see if I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I'll just explain epigenetics.
Yeah.
Epigenetics is essentially you've got genes that you get from your mommy and your daddy when they love each other, and they make you from kissing and stuff. Anyways, DNA, the DNA that you have that creates is the instructions that create you as you are. Tells all the cells what to be and where and what to do. That entire instruction set is in every single cell in your body. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. But the point is, there's cells that only use tiny little bits of the DNA to express the job that they're supposed to do, right? And trying to figure out which direction to go with this. So think of of DNA as, and genetics as DNA, right? DNA is information explaining how your body is to be built and is how it's supposed to run. How do you store information usually? You store it, well, before the internet, you would store it in books. You would store it in libraries. You would store the books in libraries. Nowadays, I guess you could say we store the data in data centers, and same sort of concept, right? But for books, it's a lot easier for people to understand. So think of when you enter the library, the books that are right at the door are the easiest ones to access. So those are the ones that are read the most. The further you go into the library, where there are no exits, the more unlikely those books have been read. When you talk about the books that are in the back of the library that aren't even publicly accessible, those are never read.
Yeah.
Like, they have been and they will be, but they're back there.
Yeah.
Like, they are deep storage, right? And so same thing happens with DNA. So DNA is just a whole bunch of tiny little strands of molecules. It's huge oversimplification. And what happens is they get bunched up into a ball. So it's like, I'm making a ball here. Give me some time. Okay. Here we are.
Yeah.
This is DNA.
Nice.
Right? So the stuff on the outside of the ball is the easiest to access. And so that's the genes that are expressed most often. The stuff that's at the center of the ball of DNA, which, am I pointing at the center?
Yeah.
Sort of. The stuff in the center is very difficult to access because what you got to do is take that ball and take the center and unravel it and have that center be on the outside. It's a long process. Oops. Epigenetics is essentially the idea of your parents' cells going through the process of unraveling that center and having those genes on the outside or more accessible. What this usually is called, and we're gonna fact check the crap out of this just to make sure I'm not pulling up like random stuff that's not true. What this is usually called is gene expression, and so we have the ability to adapt to a lot of different scenarios. And that's why my skin color is white-ish. And that's why we have people with darker skin colors. In Africa, for example. And we've got, I think Eskimos are darker skinned, right?
I think so.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Probably the reason being is there's so much sun reflecting off the white snow, right? I don't know. Their skin has to protect itself with the melanin, right?
Yeah.
There's other things of like, why are our foreheads taller? Why do we have thicker hair? Why do we have thinner hair? Why do we have less hair on our body, more hair on our body? Like, why do some people have brown eyes, blue eyes? Why do some people have earlobes that separate and some don't? They're attached. Like, all these different little things are tiny little genetic differences of how our bodies are expressed.
Yeah.
What's nuts is our behavior is determined on that too. So the way that our genes are expressed show up in our behavior. The way that we think, the way that we do things, the way that we behave, the way that we socialize. Like, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? That's largely based on your genetics, right? The crazy thing about epigenetics is the idea that sin can be passed down genetically. Not sin necessarily, but the ease of acting out a specific sin can be passed down. And here's the not necessarily proof, but everybody's heard this before of I don't drink because alcoholism runs in my family.
Yeah.
Like I said, not evidence.
Yeah.
But this is a good call out that everybody would probably relate to, right?
Or like we hear about the Coke babies all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Or like when I think of this concept, I think about like a lady from my church. She's adopted. She's not known her parents ever. And she gets to meet them, gets to meet her birth parents, all this stuff. And her husband noticed that her dad or whatever is packing his suitcase a specific way, a way that he's only ever seen her, his wife, do.
Yeah.
And they're both watching now her dad do this, and they're like, that's insane. That is a like to the T, like every little placement of every little thing, like that's not original to her. right? It absolutely
genetics.
came from her father. Yeah.
Yeah.
And something that she could have never guessed or known or understood. But it, like, how's that possible? And in my head,
It shouldn't be.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that doesn't make any sense. And
No.
but you see, like I've seen one of our mutual friends, I see his son
Yeah.
doing certain things, and I pointed it out to him, which was a mistake because it stressed him out. But I was like, hey, you notice, he does this thing when he's like kind of like self-soothing, he's stressed out. And I'm like, yeah, you do that too. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh crap,
You're
I
like,
just
oh, no.
exposed way too much. But it's like, in that case, it's like, yeah, his son could have watched this, but I don't think that kid is really thinking about it, you know? Like, I think he's just kind of doing it. And, there's a specific way that he's doing it that it's like he wasn't standing in the mirror like, oh, let me like squeeze my hands exactly in the same like form in which my dad does. It's like, no, like that's some weird and like inherent thing that he's doing based off of.
And it's not like the kid's programmed to do that exact thing.
Yeah.
It's just that it's easier.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a combination of the fact that it's easier to do that because of the epigenetics, all the DNA that makes that a lot easier is on the outside of the DNA ball.
Yeah.
But also maybe it's a combination of that plus noticing his dad's mannerisms.
Sure.
Right. And so it could be the combination. But the fact that you have a friend, the whole like adopted thing where she's never met him before, did not grow up with him.
Yeah.
And they're both adults now. And he packs his suitcase in the same exact oddball way that she does.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. I've never heard of anything like that. And maybe that's coincidence, but I don't know. Like,
I mean,
crazy.
I've heard of so many, like, we didn't know each other, but we're related thing. Like, that's my father, that's, my sister, or whatever. And then you meet, and and then they meet, and it's like, what's your favorite color? And it's like, what? That's so weird. What do you like coffee? Do you do this? Do you do that? How do you react in this situation? How do you think about this? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like the amount of things that line up.
Common. Yeah.
And it's not everything, obviously, because there are things that you deviate from. But like you said, it's easier. Yeah. So like, alcoholism running in your family, you start drinking, it's like, oh, this is really easy. I can just jump in.
Yeah, because it feels extra good.
Yeah.
It feels way better than someone who grew up in a family that they do not like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
So that gene is expressed where ew. Whereas this other family, you drink the alcohol and your brain goes, ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It just goes wild. So it's
which makes me think.
Thing.
Yeah.
What does it make you think?
It just makes me think. So like when you try and fight that, maybe you fail technically, but like the fact that you fought it and you probably try to fight it really hard, some of that information gets passed. I mean,
the fight.
Yeah, the fight.
Yeah.
Because maybe no one else
fought it. That's why it's so
before.
hard.
Yeah.
Because your body has to unfold that DNA.
Yeah.
And then all the cells that were expressed the wrong way have to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably getting in the weeds here. Like, this is like, it's really difficult to understand biology.
Yeah.
But there's these correlations that are hard to ignore.
Yeah. And
to be clear, correlation is not causation, certainly. But it's really hard to ignore these things.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty certain that there's actual, if not causation, there's as close as you can get to causation of epigenetics, making it so that a family curse is a family curse.
Hmm.
So, for example, if I have a child after going through an addiction, and I have the child while I'm in the addiction,
Mm-hmm.
will that child be more predisposed to that addiction than if I conquer the addiction, I get over it
Mm-hmm.
for several years, and then I have that child? Is that child going to have a better foundation to stand on when it comes to avoiding that addiction? And
Yeah.
my thought is, if you wrap up your addiction, or you wrap up your bad habit, or you wrap up whatever it might be, and then you have a child, that child's going to have that new DNA that you've chosen to express.
Yeah.
Just like we can adapt quickly to certain scenarios, right?
Yeah.
There's some things that we can't adapt except for over generations. But there's other things which I'm blanking on right now that we can adapt like very quickly.
Sure.
Like calluses. That's
Mm-hmm.
a quick one.
Yeah.
Right? Like you lift a bunch or you use your hands a bunch and you develop calluses to protect your skin. And do you do that on purpose? No, your body just knows, okay, we need more dead skin here.
Yeah.
Let's produce more.
Yeah.
So, same thing with behavior. Same thing with physical expression. Same thing with behavior expression. Yeah. Which is nuts. So why did you want to bring that up, epigenetics?
Well, because like I said at the beginning, the through line is that crud. The through line is that it makes sense that we were born into sin.
Yeah.
Not only in a spiritual sense, though very obviously in a spiritual sense, but you know, our bodies carry our unique qualities and our unique behaviors. And so, though, yes, it makes sense, sin nature, both in the spiritual and in the physical, but it also makes sense how God tells us to handle it, which is to meditate and to keep his commandments. Because when you
meditate on his word,
meditate on his word and keep his commandments, and this idea of that religiosity behind keeping his commandments and whatever is a wrong thinking, because it's not a religious act. It is a good act focused on the idea that we desire to pass down to every generation Christ, right? And not only in our minds and in our faith, but in our bodies, right? Because it's heart, soul, mind, and strength. It's everything. And so this idea of epigenetics, in my mind, is a reflection of, yes, we chose to sin, we chose to sin, we chose to continue in sin, but we can choose in Christ through the Holy Spirit. We can choose
to wrap it up,
to flip the script and make it for God.
Yeah. Right?
Because the perspective is important, right? I can do something and have it not be for God. But if I do it for God and I continue doing that for God, it is going to become easier, right? And, and the same idea passes along when
you do evil.
Huh?
When you do evil, it becomes easier too.
Yeah. But same when your children watch what you do, right? In a very clear physical sense, you're passing down to them, what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it just makes it makes a lot of sense to me that on a molecular level, it would also be passed down, because what you do now matters in the future. Because God doesn't call you to be a good husband tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't call you to be he doesn't call you to be faithful tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't call you to, pick up your cross tomorrow. He calls you to it right now, because it matters later.
Yeah.
And because right now is all you have.
Yeah.
And it just all fits together in my mind in the whole, because yes, it isn't, flesh and blood that we are fighting against, but flesh and blood is what it is coming through. And we have to understand that, yes, it is spiritual, but if we ignore what is going on physically, because, especially now, in this day and age, this science that you're talking about is I keep using this word and I can't think of it right now, but it's impactful in this day and age when we're so focused on these hard facts, right? It's like, and there's this epigenetics thing that's like, well, look at this. Like, this is who you are being passed down. And, I honestly think I could talk to someone that is, a worshiper of science and be like, and, they think, oh, well, God is an evil God because, he created, or he allowed us to sin, and, oh, he's evil for all that different stuff. It's like, well, but look, like, we chose to sin, and now we are passing it on because we continue in sin.
Yeah.
Which is what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Like,
it makes it a lot easier for Ken to keep going.
Yeah.
No wonder Lamech wanted to be 70 times more cursed.
Yeah. Well, and there's that same, like, escalation.
Yeah.
Like, if it going back to the whole business thing that I was talking about, if there is a sin in Walt Disney, and there are people who are trying to be like Walt Disney who work for Disney, that sin is going to be passed down if they experience it, if they see it, whatever. But if it is ingrained in the structure or in how things are done at the business, then that's going to continue.
Yeah.
Right? Culturally.
Yeah.
And it gets worse and worse and worse, because not only is the originator who is looked up to, being mimicked, but what happens as time goes on, we get better at things. We improve
Better
it. We
at
become
being better.
we yeah. we become more efficient. We, because we have a desire to have easier access to the things that we want, the things that we're holding on to. You don't have to be around for very long. You don't have to understand a lot to understand, like, we started at Jabal, Intense, and Livestock, and we're all the way over here with fast food restaurants and fast housing production. Like,
fast house restaurants.
Yeah, fast house restaurants. But like we're constantly in this state of doing better, more efficiency, and granted, it's, part of that is money, but also like we naturally as humans try to do things better and faster. And so sin gets badder.
Yeah.
And
I think it's our innate desire to create.
Yeah.
And that's probably also what that passage was pointing out is like these sinful people, despite their horrible sinfulness, like they still wanted to enact God's image.
Yeah.
Like even though Adam screwed it up and like made them sons of sin, that's crazy. I should I should copyright that, trademark that.
Sons of sin.
Sons of sin. That's
Okay.
nuts. They still originally were made in God's image.
Yeah.
And God created. So we just have this innate desire to be really good at creating anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, epigenetics just makes it so much harder. What's mind-blowing to me is everybody's got bad habits, and everybody judges themselves and shames themselves for the bad habits that they have and the addictions that they have. But what they discount is the fact that their ancestors handed this down to them. And they have the opportunity to end it. Don't end yourself. That's not what I mean. End the generational curses.
Yeah.
Or at least give your kids a level playing field. Like something easier to start off with. Like you can, so there's all these rich people that like have their kids go and like waste all the wealth. That could happen. But still, like you want to be the wealthy billionaire when it comes to your character.
Yeah.
Before you even have your kids. Because they are going to, better than wealth, inherit a lot of that character. And it's just going to be who they are.
Yeah.
And if you then raise them in the way that they should go in God's word, there's a very good likelihood that they're going to do the same to their own children.
Yeah.
And that's, like you said, going to continue on and on and on and on. And it's not only going to be a physical thing. It's not only going to be your family that is blessed by this. It's going to be more and more generations that can turn into hundreds of thousands, millions of people that are now going to have a much easier time getting saved and going to heaven for eternity because of something that you did now to make it easier for the generations beyond you to not sin.
Yeah.
Like that's huge.
Yeah.
The opportunity that you have.
I thought about this as you were talking.
Yeah.
What do we say to people when they mess up and they're telling themselves that they've basically failed?
It's okay, you can try again.
Yes.
Happens to everybody.
That's, yeah.
I feel like I'm hitting around the target itself. You'll get it next. I already said you'll get it next time. Bible says righteous man falls 7 times and rises again. The wicked man stumbles in times of calamity. I don't know. What are you thinking?
The fact that you are trying is a testament to what it is that you
Want.
want.
Ultimately.
A testament to the fact that it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because we like I think about the rich person and their rich kid.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those kids aren't going to realize. They really aren't.
Mm-hmm.
They truly are going to believe that they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing they need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that they need to change. And, you know, a lot of them, probably no one's going to tell them. And they're going to still suffer.
Mm-hmm.
There's still going to be a lot of things and they're not going to have the resources for it. They're not going to know what to do about it. They're just going to keep going down this path, and then they're just going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but the ones that do realize, they discount the fact that they even realized in the first place.
Yeah.
And I mean, us having the Holy Spirit, we need to realize that we realize it at all. That's part of the gift. That's part of the opportunity that we have, is that we realize it at all. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere.
You can't grow unless you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's often discouraging for me to just like know I've been fighting this thing for so long and I haven't made any progress.
Yeah.
The progress is I still know. I still desire what is good, and I still am fighting for it.
Yeah.
And it might take another decade, but
like, well, and if we think about this epigenetics thing, like,
yeah,
if you just continue in sin,
mm-hmm.
you're essentially passing it on.
You're cursing.
You're cursing your kids.
You're not blessing your family. You're cursing.
Yeah.
Them.
So, if you start fighting it,
you're both giving them the ability to fight other things.
Yeah.
And hopefully a level playing field on that sin itself.
Yeah.
That you fought and won.
Yeah.
With the Holy Spirit.
And that's a blessing.
A huge blessing. It's unsaid. Okay. I'm just going to go out with it.
Okay.
Most men struggle with pornography.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you give to go back to your younger self and prevent that boy from getting into it in the first place? What would you say? Is there anything you could say to prevent your younger self from getting into it?
I don't know.
I mean, I could.
Realistically, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Like, a younger boy is going to be curious, and they're going to look for it, and they're going to get addicted.
Yeah.
Right? I've thought about that so often. Like, I do not want my kids to have to go through this. Ever. What would I say to them to get it through their thick skulls that this is not something that they want to play with? That it's going to torture them. And it's going to win a lot. And they don't have to deal with it. They don't. They can skip it. Just like Jason's been saying. You can skip it.
Yeah.
It's not a mandatory class. But no matter how vehement you are, they're still not going to... They're going to go and do their own thing. They're going to do what they feel is easiest for them to do.
Yeah.
The only possible way that I can both have the conversation and have as much influence as I possibly can have on them is by bridling my sin now. Waiting as long as possible for that epigenetic cycle to happen.
Sure.
So that they have a level playing field.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to have the conversation. I'm going to have the conversation still.
Yeah.
Because it's that important.
Yeah.
But I don't want them playing from a losing position.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only possible way that they're going to have a shot in hell at avoiding that. That's it. And that's epigenetics.
Yeah. and it's crazy because that's what God has given us. And it, to me, the whole epigenetics thing is so encouraging, because when it feels like it's just this spiritual, especially for me, when it feels like it's just this, like, I have to in some way convince, like language often feels so immaterial, and like it's just wind, and it's just floating off in the distance. And I mean, that's how I feel oftentimes when I speak, is that I'm just blowing out air. And that's how the spiritual feels, is that it's just this air. I can feel it. I feel the effects of it. I see the effects of it. I experience it, but like, how I do this. and knowing and seeing and experiencing and understanding that it's not just air. Like, funny enough, there's molecules in the air.
Yeah.
But it's not just this like thing that I can't really touch or see or whatever, but it's there. It's real. It's physical. It's whatever. And knowing that, the things that I'm fighting against, the things that I believe in, the things that the behaviors, the good behaviors and the bad behaviors, like all of it, it's not just this air. It's like,
it's real.
It's real. It's
something.
bodily. It's, and God asks us to give heart, soul, mind, and strength, because it's not just air. It's all of that. It is heart. It is soul. It is mind, and it is strength. It's, it's all wrapped up in one.
Yeah. He doesn't just say things because it sounds nice.
Yeah. And he gives us every little sign, every little thing, and it all fits together.
Yeah.
Our bodies, our minds, our hearts, the emotion.
Yep.
All of it fits together.
Yeah.
And like, that just makes it, like, when you told me about that, I don't know. It just, it set my mind so at ease.
Right.
That
and it doesn't give you an excuse to continue either.
No.
At all.
It actually gives me more of an excuse to stop.
Yep.
Because, like you said, like, if I keep fighting,
it's going to be worth it.
It's going to be worth it. And, that's going to show up in my kids in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it needs to unfold some more, but like, it's there. And God gave me the opportunity to put it there. And that's crazy.
You have the tools.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're made of the tools.
And then I not only get to do it now to set up for later, I get to do it later, reading the word to my kids, praying over my kids, and
heart, soul, mind.
Yeah.
What is it? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength.
Yeah.
With everything. Teach your kids the same way.
Crazy.
How do you teach your kids genetically?
Apparently, you
by doing
live
it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is? I'm trying to think of it, but it's like, yeah, it's you have to live. You have to live it. To live is Christ.
Yeah. That is gain. All right. So, perspective of someone who has habits, sins that they wish they didn't have. before they actually had their kids that they have now. What can we say to them? Because this could be kind of discouraging to them.
All of it is a means to ease, not a means to solution. You're not curing anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're not fixing it entirely. You're merely just putting pillars up for them to hang on to,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And or if you think about it like rock climbing, you're
Mm-hmm.
going up the mountain first and you're
Mm-hmm.
putting up the handholds, like here's
Yeah.
where it's at,
Yeah.
and then if you look at it when they're born, okay, well, hey, I'm going to teach you how to go up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to be there with you to actually do it.
Yeah.
And then, afterwards, it's them doing it themselves and even putting up their own little handholds, footholds, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier to put up all the different things,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't mean they can't scale the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that they're going to have to do what you
Are
did
currently doing. Yeah.
It's like, are you going to give them more resources or are you not?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with metacognition.
Oh.
When you think about thinking, are you thinking about what it is that you are doing and how it impacts
Now I am.
everything? And metacognition is widely the gateway towards change of behavior, because how you think informs how you're going to act.
Yeah.
And so, when you already have kids, it's like, okay, well, nothing, and it says this in the Bible, your heart has to change. It's a heart issue. Your heart has to change, and you can't change their heart. Like, they were still born a sinner.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can change your heart, or excuse me, you can change your perspective.
You can change your beliefs, the way that you
change
think.
your beliefs, yeah.
And that changes the way that you act, and that changes what your son and what your daughter sees you doing.
Yeah. And that doesn't change as you get older. We all experience this. As you get older, you're still looking at your parents. You're still looking at the people that you look up to,
Or you hang out with.
or
Yeah.
whatever. You're still watching.
Mm-hmm.
And so
this is almost an opportunity, even.
Yeah.
To do this with the people around you,
Yeah.
whether that's your son, your daughter, at an appropriate time. But yes, life is discouraging.
No.
And the things that we do have consequences, like real distressing, horrifying consequences.
Yeah.
But you aren't causing your kids to be sinful.
Yeah.
You've made the slide easier to slide down. But so did your parents.
Yeah.
And so did their parents before them. So we all have to deal with this. But we all individually choose sin. You're not
choosing it for them.
You're not. They chose to be sinful little brats all on their own.
Yeah.
So did you. Right. So sin is discouraging.
Yeah.
But the fact of epigenetics doesn't have to be. It can be a motivator for someone who doesn't have kids like you and I. But it's also a motivator for someone who's already had their kids. Like, epigenetics means the way that you express, the way that your genes are expressed comes out in your behavior and physical. that means that the work you do now and then maintain can carry on through the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it doesn't affect the generations beyond you just by the way that you've bound up your DNA now,
Mm-hmm.
but it affects your life.
Yeah.
And the spiritual meaning and the physical that your kids see and the people that God has placed in your life to influence see it.
Yeah.
And influence doesn't have to be just genetics.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't just genetics.
Yeah.
And this whole thing started with me thinking to myself, why, or what can I do? What would I do? What would I say to my children so that they don't have to go through what I'm going through?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hell. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And the position that I'm in allows me to think about that in a genetic kind of way, which is nuts.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't in that position, I would be thinking the same thing. I would be having the conversations. I would be doing it myself.
Yeah.
I would be doing whatever I can to help them be surrounded with people that are good for them.
Yeah.
And make it as easy as possible for them not to sin. But we're all still sinners.
Yeah.
And if they choose to do that, that's on them. It's not on you.
It's just like God gave us all these things not to take away
Our agency.
Yeah. Because it is through our agency that we love him. But it's also not through these things in which he saves us from sin. It's actually through the death of his son on the cross.
Yeah.
And through the giving of the Holy Spirit are we able to overcome sin, right? And what's interesting with this whole epigenetics thing and all that other stuff, God put those things as the footholds before we could get there. Excuse me.
Handhold.
Jesus
Okay.
put those things up there, yeah, as our handholds, gave us the word, gave us the Spirit, gave us the bodies that we have, gave us the past, the ancestors that we have, gave us all these different things for the life that we have to live, for ease, especially when it comes to his purposes, for his glory and for our good. Like the goodness that is present there was given to us by God as the handholds we get to grip onto.
From both the very beginning and from what Jesus did and what the Holy Spirit continues to do.
Yeah.
Nuts. I wasn't thinking about it that way, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it all works
God
together.
is making it as easy as possible for us to get out of our muck. Like I just said that I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And God wouldn't wish it on anybody. He didn't have to experience it. We don't have to experience it. And he didn't experience it. Because he's God. It's pretty dope. I wish I didn't have to experience it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jesus, Holy Spirit, God is making it like any father would, as easy as possible for his children to not have to go through hell.
Yeah.
Not have to go to hell. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Should we
End the podcast?
end right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
That's encouraging.
It really is. You know, and these things are present in the Word of God.
Mm.
He works all things for His glory
Yeah.
and for our good.
Yeah.
And He knows every hair on our head,
Or lack of.
or like rude. He knows. He's outside of time. He knows everything from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And we look at those things and we view them in our limited way. But it's like when we come to something like this in our conversation right now, it's not extra to it's not an extra understanding to that, because all of that points directly to itself, towards that truth. But God just gave us an extra little piece that makes it a little bit easier for our tiny little human minds to understand the truth that is right there in front of us, that we've probably been spouting most of our lives, or that we've heard most of our lives.
Mm.
And it's just, we got to discover it now.
Yeah.
And God, right now, for his purposes, reveals it to us
Mm-hmm.
to carry into that epigenetic pool
Mm-hmm.
that we're constantly building with our
Mm-hmm.
behavior, with our thoughts and everything.
Yeah, I just want to end this with like a story, an example.
Okay.
There was a horrible experiment that some scientists chose to do. I can't get behind it. It was just drowning rats was the experiment. I don't know where I heard this from, but it was recent. So apologies to whoever actually spoke about this first. But
Yeah.
The experiment was how long would a rat last in a bucket of water, basically, before they drowned. And it was pretty short. I don't know the exact time, but let's say, I'm going to be generous, like, let's say 6 hours.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's way less than that. Pretty sure it's under an hour.
Yeah.
I think there was something else. They were trying to figure out what would cause the shout out. I heard this on Jordan Harbinger's podcast.
Okay.
Great podcast. Very brainiac kind of podcast. It's getting late.
It is.
My words aren't working. Shout out to Jordan Harbinger. He's got some good stuff. The difference maker was when the scientists would put the rat in the bucket of water. They would proceed to swim and almost drown. And then they would pull the rat back out. And then put the rat back in. And guess how long that rat would swim after that one interaction, that one bit of hope?
How long?
From less than an hour, probably, but say 6 hours, to 60 hours. So one little bit of hope caused that rat to swim 60 hours instead of an hour.
Yeah. To live longer, basically.
To try harder for longer.
Yeah.
Guess what this epigenetic conversation is? And God does it so many times in our lives.
Yeah.
He pulls us up out of the muck, gives us a little bit of light, a little bit of hope, and allows us to struggle on, allows us to continue to gain spiritual strength. And it sucks. Really sucks.
Yeah.
But God is making it easier for us to struggle, to fight. And like just like the wealthy kid who didn't earn it.
Yeah.
Would he lose it all if he just received it? If God healed you and I of all of our habits, all of our sins, how easy would it be to go back into the bucket and drown again?
Yeah. That's what Jesus was preaching.
Yeah.
It's not about the bread. You're missing the point. I am the bread of life.
Yeah.
And, it's like, yeah, I can meet all your needs. I can give you all the healing and shelter and whatever it is that you think that you need. But in reality, it's not what's actually going to get you out of the bucket, I guess.
It's not the point.
It's not going to keep you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Good stuff.
Yeah. Encouraging.
Yeah.
Dude, I was halfway through this pod. I'm like, are we going to end on like a low note? Like a no wonder kind of note?
Yeah.
Nope.
We sure aren't.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Every time, man. Nearly every time.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah. That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Dude. It's a blessing to be on this podcast.
Really is. Well, this is episode 12. Funnily enough, called Sevenfold, which we didn't talk about the sevenfold at all.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We did talk about A-fold.
A-fold, yeah.
The flock.
Yeah.
The fold of animals, I guess.
Oh, okay. There we go. But we hope that this was edifying. That it was, I don't know, exciting and interesting and not just, encouraging, and not just two weirdos talking, but two weirdos.
Not just that.
Yeah. But two weirdos working out live things that
we should be thinking about. Yeah.
And that truthfully we want you to be thinking about and fighting just as hard.
Yeah.
And I brought up metacognition, thinking about thinking, and that's what we should be doing, is thinking about our thought life. And if you're in Christ, you have a really easy means of doing so, because he's ministering to you
through his word,
through prayer,
and through his
church, through through this podcast, hopefully, through whatever media that you are consuming that is for the glory of God, which is part of his church. But we get so caught up in, it's not
in the minutia.
It's not explicitly this thing. It's like, no, like
the church goes out and functions in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is.
Yeah. So if you are enjoying this, if it is helping, helping in the fight,
whatever that is,
helping you run the race just a little bit harder. God isn't going to take you out of the race. In fact, he wants you in the race. And I've said this a million times. It's because your experience is not your own.
Okay. And I know the episode's over, but I just realized why Paul called it a race.
Yeah.
You know how you're like miles in and you feel like you're dying and you can't breathe at all? That's what it feels like when you wish you could conquer your sin and you just can't.
Yeah.
And you just wish you weren't running at all.
Yeah.
So keep running the race.
Yeah,
Keep going.
absolutely.
Be encouraged.
And the great thing about this race is that we get to run it with other people.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been in a race,
Yeah.
there's this thing called tailwind. You're riding someone right
Yeah.
behind somebody,
Yeah.
and what's crazy is if they are there for you,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna take off right past them
Mm-hmm.
because you've been riding on their coattails the whole time, and that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Is for you to be able to launch yourself forward because you're working together.
And again, another analogy that works just as well.
Yeah.
That person is not running the race for you, but they are making it easier for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy.
All right, we should stop.
We got to stop this
our brains
podcast because we're
explode.
going to get more into it. But if you have comments, this will be on Spotify and who knows
Apple Podcasts.
when, Apple Podcast, YouTube,
Yep.
all the things.
Yeah.
And you're not going to probably listen to this live because I think we only had one person in our live. I don't really know.
Steven.
Steven.
Shout out
But
to Steven.
we
Missed
do this every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, God willing.
Yep.
Sometimes we don't.
Yep.
But every Saturday, around 7, I think is when we start. 7:30,
6 or 7.
6
Yeah.
or 7.
We shoot for 6, usually 7.
Yeah,
Sometimes 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
So catch it alive.
hopefully, we get more of a hard time that we actually do it at.
Yeah.
Because that would be ideal for our listeners.
Sure.
In the future.
Yeah.
But leave us comments, constructive criticism,
Mm-hmm.
ideas, whatever. And leave us some reviews because those help a podcast.
Yeah.
I hear a lot. So,
A lot.
yeah.
Crazy amount. Would really appreciate it if you left a review.
Yeah.
Leave a question in the review. Leave an answer in the review.
Yeah.
Leave a encouraging message. Leave a prayer request.
Yeah.
Bang your head against a keyboard.
Share a story.
Just make sure it's a 5-star story.
Yeah. But
do we have any news before we break out after prayer? Or should we pray out and do news?
no. The prayer should be the ending.
Okay.
I don't think. Do we have news? What kind of
Maybe.
news?
I don't think there's anything major. We're getting better at the podcast.
Yeah. Things are
But-
getting more refined.
Yeah.
They're still messy,
We
but
still have a process.
we
that's
still
coming
need
in.
Steven to be able
Fix
to
our
work his
camera.
computer camera.
Yeah.
um,
That's why we only have 2 angles right now.
yeah. But it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. I think.
So-
Yeah.
So I'll pray us out,
Sure.
and then we'll end.
See you next time.
See you next time, for sure. Thank you, Lord, for this day that you've given to us, and this opportunity that you've given to us to dive into your word, to ponder and wonder and just divide what it is that you have for us, wisdom that you've given to us, hard facts, science that you've given to us, just everything around us, all of creation declares your glory, Lord, and we get to uncover that every day of our lives as we live in your creation, and as we also struggle through it, we get to see all the handholds that you placed for us at the beginning of time. And Lord, we are so undeserving of that foresight, placing those things before us, complaining and yelling and screaming about this race that we're running, that isn't for us, though it is for our good, but it is for your glory, and it is so much more than just dirt on the ground that we kick up and trip over, but it is leading towards a goal, towards the end, where we get all the people that we brought along with us, all the people that you told us, that you led us to plant a seed, and some that we get to harvest later on. We get to come to the end with our brothers and sisters in Christ and dwell with you, having run the good race. And Lord, that is our desire. And we do it so imperfectly. We do it so badly. But you have given us so much to be able to run this race. You give us hope, but you put us back in because there's more to be done, more work to be done. So, Lord, I pray that this podcast is an honest reflection of that, as 3 to 4 imperfect people sit here, talk, and divide your word and speak about the decay of this life. Pray that this is a resource to fellow believers and unbelievers seeking to learn what this life is about and how to be honest through it. And we pray this all in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
Peace out.
Nuts. What a crazy episode, dude. My goodness.
I never expect it.
We never do. Always a blessing.
Probably never